Let's get it.
We out here. Let's do this shit.
And welcome back. Yeah. Welcome back to the No Snoozn the podcast. This is volume 7. I am one of your hosts, The Heat of the Kid. We are here with special guest Denny.
Yo.
And yeah, we're going to chop it up today with the homies.
Wait, is it 7 or 6?
I think it's 6.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's how it is, man.
Goddamn memory.
Best
good.
guest. Yeah, this is the first time we're actually having an episode with 5 people on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
One has to go.
It's growing.
Not it.
Today's
What's
episode. Today's episode.
we'll blame the number mix-up on me. And
Absolutely, you. Just you.
so now...
Right. 6.5.
It's fine. It's all good. It's just a number.
Continue.
So, for everybody who's tuning in for the first time, it's basically a conversation with creative entrepreneurs that you should know. Hence, today we got the homie Denny here.
Yo.
We'll get into more in depth with what he's got going on. But first, like beginning of every episode, we'll start with a little wrap up with what each of your lovely hosts have been. Get it? Lovely, since Lovely's a new host.
Oh,
And segue.
hey.
Officially our new
Boom.
female
That
host.
Data voice.
That was good.
Out here. Hence the 5 mics, like the source.
Yo, I like this. Very diverse. You got a woman, got
Very.
a black guy,
Black guys. Token.
a
Gotta rap.
white cameraman. So he's just very diverse, dude. Where
Out
the
here.
Latinos at?
Wait, you're not.
I mean,
We're all Filipinos.
I mean,
or something,
technically,
yeah.
Y'all like
I mean,
part-
we eat
parts-
adobo,
Yeah.
dude. Menudo,
Lots
got
of
it. So, anyways, go ahead.
Cool.
I'm too high for this shit.
Dude, yeah, me too.
So yeah, I mean, just I'll start it off. Basically, just a weekly recap. It's been about 2 weeks since the last episode. This is the second episode of the new year. Again, it's your boy, The Heat of the Kid, The Heat of the Dad, Guantanamo J. And
I love that intro that you do.
one time.
Yo, we all gotta have an intro like that.
You and Benny got the best ones, man, the intros.
It's
Your game
difficult.
up, Poon.
When I first started doing it, it was like WWE wrestler style, and then like Benny looked at me crazy. So like, all right, let's not keep it more in
Nah,
pocket.
dude, just do you, man. When people look at
Listen
you crazy,
here,
it's
brother.
good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know why he
Now
looked at you
tuned
crazy.
in.
Because it's Hogan. Hogan's a racist.
Is it?
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, so that's why
Slightly.
Is it?
Yeah, got in
Oh,
trouble.
man,
He was
I
mic'd.
love
He was
Hogan.
mic'd, dropping N-bombs. You know, got in trouble.
He was letting it fly, but at the same time, he was also like pimping his daughter.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, why don't you go get a basketball player?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, so if you're gonna be dating a black dude, get a basketball player.
Cut off.
Levels,
He was giving her a fight. That's what I
Immediately.
meant.
Yeah.
So I was not chilling with Hulk Hogan last week.
Brother.
Past couple weeks been heavy with the editing. Dream but don't sleep. We're out here filming a lot of interviews right now, chopping up. Last we spoke about Scram Jones. We just did the interview with him last week, and yeah, we're just
Big.
chopping up some new content. Future moguls, mogul moments. We got some more interview kind of like tutorial series content coming up with Digilog. Shout out to Drew.
Shout out Drew.
Shout out to Drew.
Yep.
Blank label.
True.
What
Digilog.
up, Drew?
And yeah, what else I got going on? I don't know. I've been like indoors again, changing diapers, more diapers,
Being
and
that dada.
editing videos. You mean dad life, editor life. But yeah, what you got going on, Poon?
Same old thing, man. I can't top that. Nah, just been DJing as usual. Last night I spun at Lounge 247 for my boy Splash. It was his going away party. Splashy.
Hey,
And,
that's it. Is it Splash?
Yeah, and well, him and Luke, they have a podcast as well. So shout out to them. They're doing their thing. But congratulations, he just got offered a position, so he has to move to Detroit.
Detroit?
I don't want to give away all the details.
Damn.
That's where
But-
Kid Rock's from.
Yeah.
Good luck with
Shout
that
out
one.
to him. Let's see. And I'm also doing more food videos. Did a McDonald's food video.
No.
Oh, yeah, I peeped that.
Can we slow that down and just like stop on that?
Oh, yeah.
Of you like literally making your own burgers and taking them a chicken and putting it in like a
Yeah,
McMuffin?
because I was like trying to
Wait,
chill
what?
out.
I need to watch
He
this.
just remixes
What?
all
Yeah,
these
The
sandwiches.
McFranken.
That's
sandwich?
nasty. Nasty. You get a nasty word
No,
for
that's
that.
So
sounds
instead of the
good.
sausage McMuffin with egg and cheese, I replaced it with the chicken sandwich because I didn't want to eat pork, right?
You put
Just the chicken patty.
Yeah, so then I got a McChicken and I got a sausage McMuffin with egg and cheese, and I swapped the meat.
I feel like they do that in Dunkin' Donuts
Swap
already.
the meat.
Do they?
Or like the
Chick-fil-A does it.
Yeah, no, but it's good, dude.
Yeah.
I like that.
But it is good now. Yeah.
Hey, did you put like sauce on it? Like any barbecue sauce or
Oh,
anything
you gotta
like
dip
that?
it in
So,
gravy.
All you need is
I
the
get
mac
the
sauce,
sauce
dude.
from the
To be official.
the
the
mac sauce.
Mac sauce is the same sauce.
Mac.
from,
What's in a Mac sauce?
the same sauce from Good Burger. It looks exactly the same.
What? There's a
I'm assuming
The
it's
sauce that's
ketchup,
in the Big
mayo,
Mac.
and ketchup and mayo. I'm assuming
that's like
it.
Absolutely,
That's
ketchup
like
and
Thousand
mayo,
Island,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Thousand Island.
That shit is crack.
Well, I use the mild sauce from the burrito. You know, like the
Okay.
breakfast burrito that they have. They have the salsa.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
the picante
You put
sauce.
salsa on the chicken?
Yeah, I put hot sauce on everything.
Out here.
What's wrong with you?
Out here. I keep forgetting you from the Bay. Like,
Aw, man, come on.
they just put everything. Like a taco needs to be involved in everything y'all eat.
Tacos,
I'm just
burritos.
Like, I'm
Of
just
course,
like,
man.
I do that. I eat rice with everything.
Yeah, see?
but rice is
Rice
I
is
get the
everything.
Big Mac meal and then I eat it with
Big
rice.
Mac and rice? Hey, man. I think in Asia, that's what they
That's what we
do.
do. I don't know how to eat anything else without rice.
rice and
Exactly.
everything. Like you just get the fries and rice. All right.
Fries and rice. That's my food truck. Fries and rice.
Ooh.
Denny's fried
Ooh.
rice.
Fried rice with fries on it.
That's
Yo.
not low-key official.
And you just get the coolest people to pretend to like it, and it'll blow up. They're gonna be like, "What? This thing is dope." And everyone's gonna be
Co-signed.
lining up.
So like Fire Festival for food?
Fire festival.
No, it'll be better, man. It's not gonna be just a bread and some cheese on top. No, it's gonna
Bread,
be,
cheese,
Sounds
with
like
Bella
just-
Hadid holding it.
It sounds like a bunch of dudes just smoking weed outside and just eating
That's
there
how it
afterwards.
should be,
Just
dude.
eating
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. 'Cause that's
Stoner's
That's
paradise.
a good stoner food, actually. I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat that tonight.
that does sound
Fries and
low-key,
rice.
though. I ain't gonna lie.
That shit sounds like something that happens because of like the current. This is what we got. This is what we got.
This is
Like,
what we
oh.
have in the fridge. Oh, well, let's just put it
It's
all
like a-
together.
like a
High
cer-
people food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
This
people.
is what we
That's
got. We're gonna
what
make this
Stoner
work.
shit.
That's low-key genius, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It's basically you just eat anything at once.
Any fucking thing.
That's a
Look
good
at
next
that.
episode right there.
Doritos and no, I'm sorry, Toblerone and peach rings together. Bam, so good. Only when you're high. When you're
I'm
not
gonna
high,
try
it
it.
tastes like shit. You're like, what am I doing? So yeah, that's what you do.
So it's a bad combo then.
No, it's a good combo when you're high.
When you're high, okay.
Yeah.
But anything's good when you're high, right?
Yes.
I know.
Well,
Big facts.
it still hurts when you stub your toe when you're high.
Legit.
Okay, so Benny, what you been up to, man?
Well, I guess let me reintroduce myself.
Yeah.
Benny Cupcaking, never faking. This week, what have I been doing this week? So this week, I am setting up for an event I'm doing with the incredible, talented Cause and Dao Yi
hey.
from public school. We're going to be doing an event at
Yo,
Brooklyn
word.
Museum. You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping names. Right
Flex on them.
Yeah, I'm doing an event with them, Family Day at Brooklyn Museum on Sunday. Link in bio if you guys want to know. So, you know, working on that as we speak. So,
Heard you.
just doing that, you know what I'm saying? A little something, something on my end. You know,
You know what you gotta
You
do
gotta
now.
brush your
You know what you
shoulders
gotta
when you
do
say
now. You got a story of you just fist bumping with all these people to show proof that you're.
Man, I got like 80 You know, funny, I just dropped a picture yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah,
The
so
throwback. I remember that when that was in the new picture.
yeah, okay. So, all right, so like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, like I was at this party for like Pusha T, and like Kanye and Cause was there.
Yes.
And then like I saw a picture of me behind
Cause from Jersey City. Or
Yeah, from
something.
Jersey City.
Jersey in the
Ironically.
building, Jersey strong right there.
Represent.
Rebels are no, yeah. So so I found this picture of me behind Kanye and Cause, just being a creep and shit. So I was just like, that is fucking dope as shit. So I posted it and I was like, yo, like 5 years ago, I was behind Cause. Now I'm working with him this
Oh,
weekend.
so shit.
So
That's so dope.
yeah. So then I was just like, yo, like creep life really does work. If you just sit there and you just creep behind people, 5 years from now, you might be working with them.
You
Foreshadow.
gotta be careful with that one, Benny.
AKA, I'm coming for you,
Benny
Rihanna.
was trying to get in the pictures, like, hey.
No, I'm playing. I'm not. I'm
Why
not
do
Nah,
I
doing
that's
feel
dope.
like Benny is standing behind
No,
me?
you guys ever see that photo that Bruno Mars posted of it's Pete Wentz and then Bruno Mars just looking like it's surprised that he walked by Pete Wentz.
Yo, that
But
pic-
now he's bigger than Pete Wentz.
Oh.
And it's
like
just so
light
funny.
years ahead of
So
Pete
you
Wentz.
could be bigger than Cause, is what I'm saying.
Ooh.
And Kanye.
You know what?
Speaking in reality.
Put it into the future.
I did.
Yeah.
Dude, I did already. I do that for everyone.
God bless.
Let
God
that
bless.
vibrate.
Everyone, dude.
Let that vibrate into the
Yeah,
universe.
man.
So that's what
Dope.
I've been doing.
Much props, man. Much
Hey.
props.
That's what's
The-
up.
The flat
Congrats.
universe, right?
Oh,
I'm a flat
ooh.
earther. I'm kidding. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
Shit. Oh shit, we got a flat earther in the building.
Say that one time for the
Oh,
highlight. You're
yeah.
a flat earther, so we could use that.
No. But no.
That's just quotations.
So how long have you known that the Earth was flat?
Dude, like one night I just started walking and I didn't fall off, dude. Just kept walking.
Proof.
That's my proof. Where are the photos, son? Where are the photos of the round Earth?
Easy. Nobody has fell off the earth. The end.
We're about to have Denny memes, man. Denny thinks the world is flat.
No, I think it's square, dude.
Square.
Because it's flat, but it's also square.
Why can't it be like a triangle or something?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Dude,
Why does it have to be a square all the time? Why can't it be different shapes?
Why could it be it can't
Square
come
bias.
around. Oh.
Lovelisa.
Lovely
By the way,
with
by the
you.
way, yes, she's in the building.
Hey.
Hey,
First time here.
Let's make
well,
some
not first time
noise
here,
for
but first time as
Lovely's
a
first
host.
episode as official
Clap it up,
host.
clap it up.
Hey.
Thank you guys for having me again.
Out here. Thank you. Honor.
Thank you. Yeah, so the last time I was here, I think it was a little before the holidays. So between all that holiday madness, I DJ'd for the first time for New Year's
Hey.
in New York.
Major.
I thought
How
it
was that? How was that trip?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it was pouring rain.
Oh, yeah.
So I was
Yeah, it was
lugging all
trash
my
that day.
equipment, traveling, and then I had to DJ in Jersey City. But luckily, I was safe. Nothing crazy happened. Yeah, so that was great.
What'd you play at midnight?
We played Mo Bamba. And they loved it. Did you play for New Year's?
I played at 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. So
Oh,
I
okay,
skipped the whole
you
thing
didn't have
down.
to, you didn't have to play everything at midnight.
But like just a little off topic. Like, was New Year's this year kind of like dead in New York?
Yeah,
It
because it's the
was-
rain.
It was pouring rain.
I mean, yeah, it was like raining, but it felt like nobody was out there.
I thought I was just washed because I was like, I was
Literally.
like, me and my daughter, my ladies, we was out here holding it down, her little apple cider on decky.
You got to be home
Warm
for the
the
first
milk.
year with the kid. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
I was sipping though.
No, sorry. But yes, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so after I spun, I went straight to the airport and I went to Jamaica.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that was a good way to start the year.
Just dropped everything, went to the airport.
I'm out.
Legit. I was tired as hell, but I was really, really happy to be with family and just catch up with some homies over in Kingston.
Oh,
So good.
Sound
She's a
like-
good. She's a good host.
yeah.
She's very soothing. Just makes you feel like you're at home with her. That's good.
Mama.
She's the big homie.
But yeah, other than
Yeah.
that, I thought everything was gonna slow down in January, but it's been
It's the year.
constant.
It's the year to make
crazy.
it. Make it or
is.
make it.
2019,
No,
I
it
feel like
is.
everybody's leveling up, learning new things,
Mm-hmm.
collaborating more, and which is what I like and what I like to
Yeah.
see, and
Yeah.
what I hope for everybody.
Absolutely.
Dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so good.
More moves, 2019.
What's up, man?
Hell yeah.
Uh huh.
Well, welcome back from Jamaica out there in the
you.
sun and
Thank
fun.
I smell you.
I know.
I feel like I need to
It
say
smells like
something
sunshine.
cool.
Did I get a little
I said I
tan? Did
smell
get
you.
a tan?
Got a little
Makeup.
tan.
I see you. She got the nice tan.
You're glowing.
No, I was straight up indoors with
Bob Marley
with my,
shirt.
with my nieces and nephews. I was auntie.
Yes,
word.
I saw the pictures by the. Oh
Did
my
you?
god, so cute as hell. Oh my god.
You
Love
need
it.
that. You need the balance. I think I talked
Yeah.
about that a
Yeah.
lot about that last time I was here.
Absolutely.
I'm very family oriented, so I think it's important. Like, JJ's my family now.
I mean,
so.
family's very
Family
important.
man.
But that's
Fam.
dope. Be a little recharge after you drop that Mo Bamba.
Hop on a flight, get back to grinding, and keep it going.
Lit.
I remember I
Vibes.
FaceTimed you while you were out there. And I was like, oh, where you at? And it's like, you hear the beach in the background. I'm like, oh, all right. It's just like, it's all framed up.
Major.
That's dope.
But yeah, it was dope. Well, thanks for making it back and,
Heard you.
bringing
No
out the
doubt.
vibes. One more time, I think we should make a little noise for our guest, Denny
Stop.
out here.
Stop.
Tom.
This is like.
So
Was that genuine?
Oh,
Okay.
You want another one?
I feel like I just I was the loser of the class, and you guys try to make me feel better.
Nah.
You're right. No.
Nah, man. Nah,
No
man.
millennial shit.
Damn.
Slow clap.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. You the big dog here, player, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank
you
you for
know.
having you here, man.
real,
No, it's
for real.
yeah,
Can we tell the story
Yeah.
and the glow up and all that, man?
the glow up. All right, well, just drop my whole
No,
story
no,
right
no.
now.
Let's actually, hold on, real quick. Let's
Someone
start.
needs to bring a
What
violin.
was your last
here, man.
last 2 weeks? What you been up to?
Last 2 weeks? So, yeah, dude, just thinking about just too much. Well, I got my studio. Like I was telling Lovely before, the BTS scenes. Like before we chopped it up here, we were talking already, and I was telling her like my first goal was just to have. Sorry if I keep speaking away from the microphone. My first goal was just to have a studio. Like December, I was like, I want a studio. I just woke up one day like I feel like it's the year. I need to make my studio. I need to have a studio.
Sick.
And I got it. I got a studio and at Mana. Studio B39. If you guys want to just drop by.
Hey, where's that?
City?
Oh,
Jersey City.
Jersey.
I don't know anything else but Jersey City. I'm like, I feel like I don't know. Am I in Jersey City? I don't know.
It's a heavy Jersey City type of podcast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else? Well, Jay and I got a meeting where we're chopping up something like dope. Coming, like that I'm like I feel like it's the year for me to just transition to something that's like different. That I feel like it's my calling to do.
Sick.
And Men's Week is coming up. I'm doing something with Joseph Abood. I still got my yearly contract with Jameson and my 2-year contract with like Seb Man Hair and just chopping it up with all these brands. I didn't even get to have an intro. I need to intro myself.
So that's what we like to do. We like to kind of get a rundown on what your past 2 weeks are. People are like, yo, what does this fool do? You know what I mean?
No, but you guys got the intro. You're like, yo, you got Jay, blah blah.
True. Valid.
Facts. But if they're tuned in, they should know. But if they don't know, that's what the whole podcast is for, right?
Yeah.
So now the next question is, how would you describe what you do? So what exactly are you doing, man?
I don't know. It's like I get
Yeah.
this asked so many times, but like I guess in the modern times, like I guess people would consider me an influencer, but I don't really consider that word. I don't even know who coined that term, and I feel like it's such a like kind of like a I don't know, like very egotistical to say to be like someone. I'm an influencer, like But that's just my opinion.
Style-wise, I would say, yeah.
I like when people coin the term to me, but I don't want like. It's kind of weird saying like someone like an influencer. Like, what do you like? Influence people. You know
Like
what
your
I'm
job
saying?
title. It's weird to say this
Yeah.
is my title.
So I say, like from the get-go, I'm like, I still have a blog. I blog. I'm a blogger. I guess I'm a content creator. Like. Creative, like it almost like every time I describe it, it almost sounds like I'm just bragging. It's like I'm a content creator, creative director, photographer, like all these things. And it's a
No.
Are you describing Benny?
no, but the thing is, there's nothing wrong with that. If you do all that and you do it well, I feel like you should be proud to call yourself like a content creator or like
Hell yeah.
CD
I
or
have
like
respect.
stylist stuff
I
like
have
that.
respect for y'all. Like you guys.
For y'all.
For y'all.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just so I just that's what I say. I'm a blogger, content creator, like 10 years in the game.
Absolutely.
Long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
So for people who don't know, what are you blogging about?
Oh well, just started out. I should just say my whole history. How I started. Well, I blog about menswear.
Yes,
I
yes.
try to like stay with menswear. That's what I started. I know everyone like if you're an influencer, they try to like do everything at once. Lifestyle. What else? I was trying to like everything else. Lifestyle is all the thing I got. Lifestyle, food, which I respect that. But like I started with menswear. I like fell in love with menswear, and that's what I want to push out there. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing. And the cool thing about being a blogger, or content creator, I feel like you could keep doing that. Like money aside, like you could get older and still do it because it's your thing. Whose phone was that? It's my phone.
Whose
Sorry.
phone is that?
It's my bad.
Yours.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah. So, like I remember reading this article that you had with.
Wow, you did research.
I did a little bit.
What year was this?
Well.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Minor details. But yes, so you did an article with West Coast Shaving, and you was talking about
Yeah.
like the beginning phase of you like working at a thrift shop.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Before Macklemore sang it. Before it was a trend, dude.
ooh, really? Damn.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
He was
I'm
looking
not, and
for
I'm
that.
not shitting on Macklemore, by the way. I'm just saying before it was trend.
Shout out to Macklemore.
Yeah, back when like thrift shops had the good shit, and even the owners didn't know how to price it. So you're holding up.
You really come up back then,
dude.
right?
I like you would find like old Vism shit, and they would be
Yeah, I
like
can
$10, and they wouldn't know what it was. But now it's like such a trend that like
Yeah.
good
Everybody's
thing.
on, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
Everything's
like,
overpriced.
Go ahead with your question. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
That's all, no. Okay, like so when you started at the thrift shop, like was you in there like have like your intention was like I'm going into style, or did you even care about fashion at that time? Or was it
Around
just-
that time, I already liked. I was already blogging when I started in the thrift shop.
Right.
What was my history? Well, okay, so anyway, high school, and then high school. High school and then college. I couldn't afford to go to college, so I had nothing to do. So then my parents were like, well, my step parents, they were like, well, you need to do something. And obviously, I don't even think they said that. I think I said it in my head to make a good narrative right now. Well, you need to do something to
That's
probably
probably what
myself
they-
in front of the mirror.
Anything.
Yeah. Please. Well, anyways, my sister, one of my stepsisters, like leaving the travel agency.
Yeah.
She used to work at a Filipino travel agency called Bayonne.
Oh, the boxes.
What's up?
Bayonne box.
Yeah, but it's also a
That
travel
was,
agency.
That was the travel agency name.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Was. Why is it was? It's
Oh,
not there
it
anymore.
is.
It was. It's not there anymore.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like, come on, who's like trying to go to a travel agency? Maybe like some people still do. Well, actually, RTA on Jersey City on Kennedy Boulevard is still around.
There you go. Shout out to
People
them.
still, I don't know, because I guess Filipinos just want to like have a personal,
Yeah.
so you could ask a discount in person. Only Filipinos who get that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. So my sister was leaving and like, yo, just take my job. Balikbayan means what does balikbayan mean? Do you guys know? Lovely. Jay?
You guys, so-
Fake Filipinos, man.
Balikbayan
I mean, I
means
don't
back-
even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, it means to go to and back.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
or back again. I mean, I'm probably butchering it, but essentially that. But basically, it was for the boxes that they
Yeah.
sent to the Philippines, which ultimately they would fill up and then send back. So it's like what they don't have, we would send, and then what we don't have, they would send.
Oh, that's dope. That's
But-
dope.
but
Yeah, that's what the
Balikbayan-
Caribbeans do too. Yeah. We send that big ass barrel.
Barrels.
You got a barrel.
Oh
in a
yeah,
box that
definitely.
were like designated.
Yeah.
A balak barrel.
Balikbayan.
Balak barrel.
But the cool thing is, like, I like even telling that story of the Balikbayan thing. I feel like that it just connects with my whole story. As anyway, so I got I did that job. I spoke Tagalog to like customers and stuff, like booking things. Like literally, like these are the things that probably people go to school to like learn how to do all this traveling agency that I had to learn in a week. So that's what I was doing, and dude, it was like it was boring because not because it was a boring job, just because there's no business. It was a dying business.
Yeah.
I was saying like no one really goes to a travel agency to book flights anymore. Lovely opinions? No. Okay. Yeah, so I was doing that, and they got a digital camera for Christmas. Those Nikon Coolpix that Ashton Kutcher used to like.
Yeah.
Hey guys, here's your camera.
Throwback.
It was blue.
Punk days, right?
Punked. Yeah, when Ashton was like,
Yeah.
So I got that, and like during my lunchtime. Balikbayan is where it's across the street from Philippine Bread House. I don't know if you guys know where Philippine Bread
PBH, Jersey
in Jersey City. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that whole like row is just like Filipino central,
Straight
like
up.
the Filipino food and stuff like that. So it's across. It's like the perfect
Down the
like-
street from Sold
yeah.
Out too.
And
Just,
and,
just
and the
breads.
funny thing is like
word.
I live a few blocks there now. Like my apartment's there.
Oh, really?
Like if I walk up the hill, that's where I used to. And I the feeling when you like kind of like made it and then you like walk by at that old
Oh yeah.
because I had like
Nostalgic.
It brings like memories.
yeah, and then so I was doing that. I was just taking photos,
Yeah.
like what was that? 2007, 2008.
Wow.
Just taking like self timers like at the courthouse because like it was beautiful to me. So
Yeah.
I would just have outfits. I mean, I've always dressed like kind of like out there in high school, but not to like kind of like like
different.
be different or like
Yeah.
show attention. I don't want attention on me at all, but it's just what I like.
Yeah.
And that's when I discovered thrifting. Just I don't know if I'm going back all over the place here. but, like,
No. It's
that's-
connected for sure.
Yeah, that's where I
Absolutely.
discovered thrifting because like Filipinos, like you gotta like sometimes it's hard for us to ask money to your parents and stuff. So it's kind of like, I got a job as my first job ever was a Chinese food delivery menu guy. Yeah, lasted a week because I would just throw the menus out and just party it up.
Like, oh yeah.
But I got paid. I think I got paid good though. It was like rice and chicken wings and $20
shit,
for the day,
lit.
son. But it was scary because I had to go to like there were some bad parts in like
Jersey
in my
City.
well not Jersey
Around
City.
that area.
And
at
I
that
grew up in
time.
Bayonne. But there was like,
Okay.
I have to go to like certain bad areas.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
people would just like mess with you and shit.
I can imagine out there, huh?
But I had a skateboard, so I'd like, just fucking just go.
you just skate off.
Yeah, and I had to like, you had to like, just like watch like, your surroundings. But anyway, so it just teaches you as like, as a person, like, so I had a job when I was younger and I would always just have money to like provide for myself, like, So I would walk like, around town and I discovered back then Bayonne still had a Goodwill. And I would go in, I'm like, yo, these are like fucking dope ass brands, like Ralph,
Yeah.
like Ralph Lauren, and like Bally shoes that people would just be rocking. Like it's just crazy, and like Timberlands and shit.
The
So
good
I would
days.
just buy that, and like no one really thrifted because back in the day, like if you especially in high school, like in school in general with all your friends, everyone got new shit, and you tell them that these are secondhand, they're gonna clown you because it wasn't cool yet then.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I was proud of that. I thought it was kind of cool that I could, do that, and I would just always wear like the things I would get. I would buy like a sports jacket. I would wear it to class. Go to the gym, like play basketball with like dress shoes and like a sports jacket and like.
That's such a Denny thing to do.
No, I know, but I was also like an emo like kid, like a scene kid with the hair and everything and like black fingernails and like and I was a skateboarder. I skate to school every day, like.
Oh yeah.
Like hot weather, cold weather, like shoot down, just all these things to like kind of like learn how to like save money and like just do like what's given to me and like provide myself in that way. So, and then going back, that's where are we gonna go back now?
No.
The thrift shop.
So just
no. So this I started taking photos.
Yeah.
I got that job and then I would just post these photos on Facebook.
Wow, you was doing it before.
And not even just like the outfit photos. We could even go back to my Facebook. I still have it. It's called Fashion Game, like Fashion Game 1, Fashion Game 2, because that's when when you could start making like albums on Facebook.
Yep.
Did you need an EDU email when this was?
Oh no! This was when Facebook opened up for everyone because you had to go to college and you're like it's cool, like college. Only college kids could use Facebook, and you only posted statuses then. But like then it opened up for everyone, so everyone got a Facebook.
There were your outfits or like the clothes?
My outfits.
Okay.
Yeah, I would wear it. And it's still there. If you Google me, like I was telling Jay about, it's like if you Google me, you still see my shit from like 08, and you see me grow up on like the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. And then where were we? So yeah, I wouldn't even just take photos. I would take photos of my lunch, and that was before like taking photos of food was like a thing.
Man,
before like and it was like I also have that album. It's just random shit. So people would like my parents, my cousins or whatever, my friends from high school would always clown me. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you posting this shit on Facebook? I'm like, I don't know. I just like want to have a diary for this shit, And then one of my friends told me about this site called Lookbook. Lookbook NU. It's like the site where basically people share their outfits every day.
Okay.
And it's like so ahead of its time. It would be
absolutely.
like.
Hey, what year was this exactly?
That was like 2008. Yeah, it was all the same year because it's just like it wasn't really. It was like what 4 months into like me just posting on Facebook.
Yeah.
That it like someone like my friend told me about Lookbook, and the whole point of the site is like post your outfits.
Yeah.
And people from all over the world like hype you. Like when they click hype, it's like they like it, So I was competing with kids all over the world with like DSLRs, dude. Like their photos are like magical and shit. I'm like, how the fuck? Like I didn't know what a DSLR was then. So I'm like, how the fuck do the people achieve all these dope ass photos and lighting?
You just had the cool pics.
Yeah, I just had the cool pics, and I just had it like set down and like that. If you drive by that section, it's all just like all gone now. All those buildings are gone. But there used to be a parking lot too where I could just set it up and like people, and even in front of the city hall, people would walk by and they're like, what? People would stop their car and like, "Are you okay?" I swear to God, because it was so different then. No one was taking photos and shit.
Right.
Wow.
And
So you'd be by yourself.
I'd be by myself with that thing.
Damn.
And then like on top of that, like being a blogger, you need a computer. So I didn't have a computer, but like I found this computer, like broken ass computer, like, and then like it was the slowest computer, but that still motivated me to like blog and like edit the photos. And back then the only thing I had was Paint. So I would just take photos.
Photos in Paint.
Homie said
Yeah,
paint.
it's like if you guys, I'll show you guys on Lookbook. Like I always just take full body and half body and just put it together in Paint. And you have to the dimension. So
Wow.
So
You were improvising.
yeah, because it's
Body.
what you had. And sometimes like, dude, I tell people like I
thrifty.
miss
It
that
works.
shit. Yeah.
Very thrifty.
Damn.
And then I would like I said, I was competing with all these people from all over the world on Lookbook, and I was just that kid that would just post random shit. I would wear fucking SpongeBob hats. Because I fuck with SpongeBob. Like I didn't care what people would say. I was wearing like Captain America shirts from Target, like before like Marvel was like dope again. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just because what I love to wear, and I just wanted to like I don't want to be like feeling like I'm wearing shit just because people think it's cool and shit like that. I just want it to be me.
Yeah.
And
that's what matters because it's all
yeah,
authentic.
and
Absolutely.
and so I was doing that on Lookbook, and like, dude, I became like, I think within a year or so, I was like #1 all over the world.
Oh shit.
I would post
Oh,
every day,
wow.
dude, because I have time. At lunchtime, and then go home. I have that the camera. I plug it in that shitty ass computer, like edit the photos, And I there's no filter and shit, so it's raw. And you just put it there.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
or whatever you did prior in paint, right?
Yeah, and I was skinny as fuck then, like 100 pounds, dude, and like 100 pound, like 101 wet, like probably I don't know, but like, and I was thrifting and like I couldn't really fit into like men's clothes back then were a little bigger.
Yeah.
Like baggy's back, but like back then like even the size, so I had to like resort to like females like clothes.
Yeah.
And I was proud of that. I was like close to me to this day is unisex,
Yeah.
So like I mean,
Which everybody's doing right now.
yeah, but dresses, like mine is the dresses and the skirts. But skirts you could wear whatever the fuck, it's whatever. But like pants, like jeans, whatever, like whatever. I like would wear that, or like jackets, like the buttons, so you could tell that's a female jacket. I always get clowned, but like that's the thing that fits me. I don't want it to fit and like look, I feel comfortable in. And so I became #1, and I don't know, like just you could just tell the people that were following me are people that are similar to me. Like just like not your super tall guys or like not your like buff or like fit people. It's just like people that are fashionable but also just regular people,
Yeah.
And I feel like that was that draw me, that's the thing that draw me to people, I guess. It's like this kid is like kind of like me. Kind of like same thing with like how Steph Curry is, like he's just like this regular like short dude and like but he's like the best player in the NBA right now. So it's like, and like I don't know, that's a bad I'm not Steph Curry, but I'm just saying. But you know what I'm saying? It's just it's easier to relate to someone when you could like attain that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It makes them relatable.
Yeah, because back in the day, the only things were like magazines, and everyone was fucking like
everyone they just have a look. They're
everyone
like
was
6 feet tall.
And not to be doing that topic and stuff, but everyone was white. It was hard to have like a different, like someone to look up to that's like the same as you. But people over the world, I think it's great. And then
absolutely,
I eventually like actually had my blog on 2012. And then, like, I would do, like, these things called, like... Well, my blog was originally called Look Rich, Shop Cheap.
Nice.
So, which is funny because GQ after that is Look Sharp, Live Smart or something. I'm not saying it's the same. Or it was, like, inspired. I'm kidding. I'm not starting anything. But, so I did...
Starting.
Look Rich. Jay, you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So,
I'm
are you crying a little bit? So it's just a good story.
That's a beautiful ass story, man.
So I did my blog. It was called Look Rich, Shop Cheap. The whole point was to like mimic all this runway outfits, but like, finding stuff from thrift stores and like vintage stores and stuff, and putting it all together because I want to give that option to people that you could afford these looks without having to buy the, because sometimes it's great to have the real shit, but like if you're not in a position to afford it, like if you can't afford it, then you have to find another way to make yours. And that's what I was doing. I would do apparel breakdowns, and like, I would write down what like thrift stores I got it in and like what stores, and I would like tally it up, and
You made it work.
yeah, and a lot of people love that.
Yeah.
And then and then I eventually like started like getting all this buzz. Like Tumblr also was a huge thing, especially for Asians. I feel like every Asian had a Tumblr, and people call each other their Tumblr names. It's like, yo, you're fuck yeah Filipinos. Yeah, that's you, dude. All right. But my favorite was fuck yeah half Filipinos, and everyone looks full Filipino. It's like, no, I'm like Norwegian. It's like, dude, you just look Filipino.
You're Filipino to me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, if you're be proud to be Filipino, man.
Facts.
And
Damn, Tumblr.
Real quick, I just want to kind of recap that a little quick. We went through I feel like a lot of stages of the journey, right? So like kind of rewind a little bit. And I was crying a little bit, man. I was like, oh, beautiful, man. The journey.
Lovely was crying.
Yo, for real.
She couldn't say anything. She's choking up.
For real. Matt, real quick, Matt, you good? Everything's good everything's been running, no stops?
They did.
Okay, cool.
At 25, I think.
Okay, gotcha. They're both gonna stop at Cool. All right. So just rewinding on as far as your journey, right? So Bayonne, right? That was mom's had the travel agency, right? And then so from there you
No, it's not my mom's travel agency.
Oh, I'm sorry, sister.
No, it's not my sister's travel. She was just working there. Yeah, so so they hooked me up with a job there because it's like Filipinos. The cool thing about Filipinos, like they'll fucking if you're a Filipino or like I'm sure other people that will hook you up with a job because you're Filipino, I'm Filipino, we'll help you out. So that's what happened.
So you got the plug one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. So but that was the early stages of your working really, right?
Sure.
And learning kind of what it takes to hustle. not even let's say fashion related, but it kind of was inspired by that because you knew what you wanted in terms of like style wise, right? You appreciated like
Yeah, but I'm always like I always say like always live my life. I wing everything in my life. But like in a way I did, you know, I didn't know. Like, looking back now, I think I mean I knew what I wanted, but back then I didn't know what I was doing.
It wasn't super strategic. It was more
It wasn't
organic.
even.
Here's
It was
what I want.
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
it. I'm gonna go get it. Do
Like-
I have what I need to get
Yeah,
it?
and also like I was never like the guy that was like fashion guy. Like I didn't know
Yeah.
brands like that. Like I didn't know I didn't watch runways. I didn't like wait for the drops. You know, I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I was just buying things that look cool to me, and I was
Absolutely.
just wearing as
Absolutely.
is, and you know, and yeah, that's going back to like just organic flow, and you know. But go ahead, sorry.
No, that's cool.
Nah. I mean, yeah, like that shit is like super
It's hard directing a
organic as
podcast
fuck.
while also being on the podcast.
Yeah,
so that's
dude.
why I'm half here and I'm half behind the camera. So it's fucking me up.
But we are cutting that part, right? All right, cool.
Maybe.
Okay.
No,
You
dude,
wanna
keep
keep
it
it
raw,
authentic,
son.
man.
Keep
Keep
it
it
raw.
authentic.
Yeah.
Just we'll just have a Jay meltdown right now.
Do it all.
Start throwing the mic.
I'm not two, okay? It's only one of me.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
We're just making sure that we're good.
Guys,
Shout out to Sarah. New
Hey.
Canal Street Radio, Family
Holla,
FM.
holla,
New
holla,
Year,
holla,
New Year
holla.
Coffee Supply.
Out here. So yes, to scroll that back. Yeah. I mean, like that's absolutely just like some organic shit. Like, because at that time, he was just doing what he wanted, loved what he was doing
dude, it's like I'm
at
not
the
even
time. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like, but
watching
at the
this.
same time, like there was no title for what he was doing at that
Yeah.
time. It kind of organically turned into like,
Right.
okay, what I'm doing in the past is kind of like, oh, like, I can make money now in the future. So
Yeah.
But he wasn't even thinking about that.
I was
really.
I was
Like,
not. No one
That's
was.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, no one knew that you could make money out of this
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
Sounds like you were 10 years ahead of its time. What you
But
were
I wasn't
doing.
even. I
Yeah.
didn't even think anything like influencer blogging.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the
Right.
fuck anything. I literally was just a kid.
it didn't like exist at that time. Right?
What that wanted to just post his outfits online, and
Yeah.
it was just all, you know. That's why I don't regret anything in life, because, you know, I had a tough childhood, but we're not gonna get into that. But like me just finding,
Yeah.
but all these, that's why I don't regret, because all these things led to where I am now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like we should always appreciate where we came from, because you know,
know your
Absolutely.
roots.
who you are and what you are now is because how you were back in the day.
The
and, like,
journey
who-
is everything.
Yeah.
Big facts, big
That
facts.
shapes-
That's true.
That shapes you for sure.
No,
Yeah,
for sure.
It's true. Yeah.
So,
And yeah, go ahead.
I think that's very on brand too in terms of like, you know what I mean, being thrifty and very resourceful, you know what I mean, in fashion, but also in terms of the hustle, but
Yeah.
also making, like you said it before, making kind of what you have out of what you have, right?
Yeah, for sure. But also before that, I used to in high school I used to work at a video store. I always had the oddest jobs.
Oh man.
The
So it
I-
was 2 jobs at the time?
No, so I got let go at the Chinese restaurant for a week. But then
Symbolic Bayonne.
but then this is all just a vicinity where my parents' house is in Bayonne. So like I would walk out like 2 blocks and then the Chinese restaurant's there. So 'cause, you know, when you I've like, I don't know if I'm likable or trustworthy, but like they're just like, "You want a job?" But yeah, and I was like, "Yeah." And then but then like I lost that job obviously, and then but the next door to it was a video store. You know, back then, like, what is that? 2006, 2005. Video stores were still a thing, you know,
Legit.
DVDs
Like the
and all that shit. So,
Blockbusters.
remember
but this
that.
is a mom and pop, like, Filipino-owned video store. It was called Universal Studios. No. It was called Dane's Videos first. I'm sorry. Dane, yeah. So I walked in there and same shit. Because I was like always rent there because I love movies, and to this day,
Where was it?
Bayonne.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
To this day, you could see from all my work, and I'm sure you guys noticed that it's always inspired by either a movie or music or whatever.
Yeah.
'Cause that's why, you know,
Yeah.
and it's inspired by the fashion, and it's all just like that. And in a way, I guess movies raised me too. You know, I would watch tons of that. But I got that job because I would rent, and she was like, "You want a job?" It's the same shit. It's like everywhere I go, it's like, "You want a job?" And I took it, and then that's where I was. That was the hangout spot for all my friends in high school, and there was a porn room.
Oh.
Because you know the small bomb pop shop.
Bonus.
And then you always see like these janitors from high school.
Oh.
They're like,
Creepily walking out of
and then like, you know, they see me in the hallway and they just obviously like kind of like know who I am, and they're like,
They walk by you like,
and
hey
they're
Denny.
like, I never had the most friends visit me somewhere. They're like, "Yo, dudes, you know, just check the room real quick."
Look it up.
To the
You ever seen the
room.
movie Clerks?
Yeah, dude.
That reminds me of Clerks.
Yeah, it's
Kind of.
very like that, and it's just like it's just chill job, and yeah, and then I had that until until after high school, and then I had 2 jobs with the thing because I had to like help out at home. I had to like help pay the electric bills and stuff like that. So it's not just me now. Yeah. And I mean, if I didn't have to help out, I don't know if I was just like a classic American boy, I would have all this money. But like I had to do that, and it's not that I had to do it. I wanted to. I help out. These are people that adopted me to help me out and shape me up who I am. So like, I feel like it's like kind of like I had to do, like not even like, because like I said, it's not, I'm not being forced to do it. I'm just doing it. Just kind of like a respect type of thing. Yeah. And then so I had those 2 jobs, and then eventually I left the travel agency. Then I found that job at a thrift shop, which is also in Bayonne, a few blocks away from the video store. Man. Same thing. They were like, "You want a job?" And it's just me, because it's just me shopping there at places.
Was it a Filipino-owned
No,
thrift
not
shop?
Filipino. This time it's not. And dude, when that place first opened, they had Supreme, all these things, all this streetwear,
Low-key
and people
gem.
weren't even rocking streetwear like that back then. And I was just like picking up all this $5, dude.
And that was some fire.
Yeah, and that was when the hundreds were big and like 10 deep, all that shit.
Shout out to Ben.
Yeah, and then that's I was working at that thrift shop for a while until I got a job at Another Man's Treasure in Jersey City.
All right.
And that's when I've always loved vintage, but vintage is a little more pricey than thrifting. Yeah. Because vintage is like very curated, and these are like really good shit, like and one of a kind things that no one would really have, because this is like classic shit. So I got that job there, and then I had to quit the thrift store, because I live in Jersey City now, and then I started working at Another Man's Treasure and just learned from there, and they were like kind of like mentors to me, and then like just moved me forward until I had to quit and become full time. That was like what, 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So in 2016, like that's when you said like, yo, like I think I can make money at becoming.
Because I was doing I signed with an agency.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And they were like, I had to like unfortunately drop the look rich, chop cheap thing, because most brands, if I want to progress,
yes.
I mean, I could always do look rich, chop cheap underneath Denny Balmaceda.
Yeah.
But if I want to progress, I have to like use like a different. Whoa, what's going on over there?
It's popping off out here.
What's happening?
Yo, it's...
Oh shit!
Get the strap.
I keep thinking this fucking guy is real.
That cut out.
He was like, "I'll save you."
Yeah. Do some K-pop.
All right, my bad.
Never a dull moment out here. Canal Street
Yeah.
Market.
Great
Damn,
footage.
Lovelisa put a jacket on. She's about to make a break.
I
for it.
know.
Buggy.
I'm out.
I'm out this piece.
It was over an earring, I heard, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't
No.
even hear.
He said, I'm on too. He said, it's supposed to be calm out here for your calm area. I don't know. It looks like people backing up over there.
Right?
We good.
All right, we good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone.
Pass my jacket.
It was the dude holding the Slurpee? That dude?
I think the guy
First
with
day
the
walking.
yeah.
with
Oh.
the Slurpee,
Yeah.
So,
So-
y'all need to check out the video if y'all just listening. Y'all need to check out the video.
Dude,
yeah.
It wasn't
Wow.
staged at all. Not at all. It was
Yeah, maybe-
organic.
I think the mics picked it up too. I could hear like
Yeah.
the audio.
My man was yelling. It was loud.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
So-
good.
All
But
right,
yeah,
back to my
controversial.
man Denny. So,
All right.
So the progression is like, basically
2016, yeah.
a lot of progression, man. But the journey, it seems very much so like a nice patchwork that kind of like is evident through the work, man. I didn't know you worked at a video store back in the day.
Yeah.
But I definitely know through your work now, like a lot of the work that you put out looks like movie posters, like straight up taken out
It's
of.
all just like, and I'm never shy to like tell, like, it's everything I do is all inspired by like my life that like I went through in life, and I think that's cool. And like most people that have great shit out there is because they were, they put their life there, but in like
Right.
not in like a way of like, I'm talking about like an artistic way. So I don't know if people understand that in a way. So
Yeah.
I have it in my head. I can't say it out
Wait,
loud.
where do you get all your ideas for these shoots? And like, it's like very curated and beautiful, and like all these,
thanks,
like they're
dude.
really like great. Like I don't know.
Here's $5.
Like,
Thanks
does
for
somebody
hyping me up over here?
Yeah, does somebody say, okay, today we're gonna go shoot
No, dude,
this,
it's just
and, like,
me, dude. I just like, and I'm so fortunate. I know people like these days, a lot of influencers are always posting like, yo, it's just like, it's hard to be creative. It's, people are just having this like thing, but I'm fortunate enough to always have something in my mind.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's too much that like I get overwhelmed what I'm gonna do first, you know? He knows, like we met that one day and I like on the spot would come up with ideas.
Yeah.
And it's just like
And new
you know,
ideas come from that, and it's just a matter of
Yeah.
keeping track and
Are you
seeing.
still shooting your photos on your own, or do you have a team now?
Sometimes I do. No team. I just have a bunch of photographer friends
Yeah.
who are like just fortunate enough to like just like fuck with creativity, you know. And I love working with people that are just like if money's involved, money's involved. But if it's not, we could just still shoot and fucking be creative.
Yeah.
You know, like Jay knows, like
Yeah.
Lovely
for the
knows.
sake of the greater good.
Danny
knows
knows.
as well. Yeah.
Who knows? Matt knows. This guy knows. Everyone knows. You know? I mean, if
Yeah.
you're a true creative and you want to just fucking create, you would just fucking create. And
Yeah.
like sometimes you leave. If money is not involved, then you could just fucking do something. You know.
No, yeah.
Especially if you believe in it. If y'all believe in it so much, and we were just talking about this during me. Like, if something could happen, and you guys all have the talent in the world, but like there's no budget, but you all have the things to make it happen. Just fucking go for it. Then eventually it will become something. You know.
Right.
Right.
You don't want to like be like, oh, I could have done that. You know, and now I'm 95.
No regrets.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know,
that's why
we're
I
all
can't-
gonna live 95, by the way, because I don't know. No.
Do you really want to live to 95?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that the other day. I was
Yeah,
like, I don't
I
know
know.
if I want to be 95.
I don't even think I'll like my grandkids at that time. They probably don't even want to see me.
They're
and
probably
nothing.
too sensitive by then.
They'd be like, we gotta see Grandpa Benny.
Yeah.
He smells. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. When I was like 19, I was like, I'm not gonna make it past 30. Like it's about to be lit.
Yo,
11
this-
years and I'm good.
SoundCloud
I'm gonna
rapper
leave a
over here.
handsome corpse. You know what I mean?
SoundCloud rapper.
What type of shit you was doing
And
at
this before
19?
SoundCloud
Oh,
rappers.
yeah,
you feel me?
yo, listen to Pac, dude. Yo, I'm gonna die 27 too, son.
Yeah, 21 Savage.
Yo, but now
I'm
I
a die a legend.
I'm fucking
Die a
33.
legend.
It's definitely different now.
Yeah.
Um,
But people fucking glorify that 27 Club shit. Like they want
Oh,
to
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
get so high up there and then just so they could be like
Yeah.
part of that. It's stupid.
Those are the same people who like want to be influencers.
Yeah. Dude.
I think it's also like I wanted to highlight before. I like how we were talking about the inspiration from what you do, right? And like it's natural, right? It comes from the shit you care about. It's like your voice, but your voice comes from the shit that makes you up,
Yeah.
which is like the experience, the highs and lows, the different jobs you had.
Sure.
I feel like a lot of people try to start from the other end, where it's like I want to be an influencer, but they don't have a voice. They aren't about shit. So it's like, damn, like, but they really want to be an influencer. So how you don't even want to be classified as an influencer, but out of a lot of the people that I know, you're probably the only person who's getting paid to be an influencer. So I think that's just an interesting thing to highlight in terms of, I don't know, I guess the climate. In which
I mean,
you
nobody
do, right?
wanted to be an influencer until the money was involved.
Absolutely.
Or free clothes and shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was doing my shit just because I love it.
Right.
And everyone that was a blogger then was doing their shit because they love it. And if you follow that person and they fuck with it, then they fuck with it. I think that's all, like, Tumblr was like that, you know?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
just
Right.
follow people just because they fuck with the flow and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was organic when
Yeah.
you found out that there was an audience. Because at
Sure.
first, the audience was you. You said, I want to have a diary of what I'm
Yeah.
doing, and this is a
just
chronological
me.
because I am fucking fresh. Bro. Like,
yeah.
I didn't even think, I honestly didn't even think I was fucking fresh. I just literally was just like, for me, just to like fucking, because I like seeing like outfits.
You knew that. When you were picking things up, were there moments for like,
No, but for
gotta
real,
take a picture of this
I
one.
wasn't even looking at trends. I was just doing shit what I think was dope. And if you look at all my shit back then, and I'm not even trying to like be that guy, like have an ego and whatever. I was doing shit that was ahead, like that was like people would like.
But now you was.
Yeah, like fucking like I'm not saying like I invented shit, but like there were times like I was just like, whoa, I can't believe I fucking did this already. Because that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I mentioned this to you, like, especially with these things, if you become like an influencer full time, you always have to think ahead. But most people like kind of like get stuck and just keep doing whatever the fuck is like trendy,
Absolutely.
But I always think ahead because if you're gonna just take this job as an influencer, you want to influence, have a real influence in like. Especially if you're a fashion influencer, you kind of want to set the trend. You don't want to be the one that's following the trend, and then you're just a regular person who has a
Right.
following, or like
Yeah.
you want to be able to like I always say I sacrifice that,
Yeah.
because I know like the tricks to get the right the people would fuck with my photos, like the edit and like the outfits I have to wear,
Yeah.
but that's not me. I'm either like tired of that trend, or it's just like I'm not gonna force myself
Yeah.
to just like get all that just so I could like validate the fact that I get mad likes, but who cares,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
hey, you want your work to have substance.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
just like post whatever I want, wear whatever I want, and then it just like eventually becomes something, But this is all because maybe because you know, like daily people I see. I mean, you know, you don't know. Sometimes you get inspired without knowing that you're inspired, you know?
Yeah.
That's why you see all these bands, like, and then you, like, notice that they were just inspired by regular, like, people, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's true.
So what are you inspired the most? What inspires you the most now? Because you started with movies, right?
I still do the movies, yeah.
Okay.
What, I don't know, dude. I just, like, kind of just, honestly, like, I would watch something or I would just, like, you know, kind of, like, well, it's always, like, if you look back from the beginning to now, there's always has that vintage feel to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's always just very nostalgic, and I always try to mix it with the modern thing. So it's always going to be like that. So, I mean, it just takes me wherever it takes me, I guess.
Heard you.
And is that aesthetic because you chose that, and that's like the aesthetic you maintain because that's personally what you like?
I think it's just, like, what I personally like, you know? Like, if I try to do something else, I feel like I'm just being fake to myself, you know?
Absolutely.
So, you know,
Keep
like,
it
if,
authentic.
yeah.
Yeah. Head like I like how your pictures. It kind of just goes back to that whole vintage look.
Sure.
And that
And
kinda
like even
connects
the way
back
I
to your
edit
past.
and stuff, yeah, because I'm a
Exactly.
big fan of like, you know, like classic movies and like film photography. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I would love to shoot film all the time, but like
Absolutely.
with my job, you need instant stuff. So I
Yeah,
try to like
exactly.
figure out a way to edit it to make it feel like it's that. But that's just my personal taste. So
Exactly.
if people who loves film photography hates on it because it's like fake,
Yeah.
like I don't care. It's just me. I like love my shit.
That's what you like.
You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
like yeah,
Do you?
it's yeah, and
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
that's what I'm trying to take back. That's why I'm shooting in studios, and I'm shooting a lot more with just backdrops, just plain, because I want to take it back to just fashion. Because
Yeah.
people now rely too much on the whole photo, like background and like all these things, and people forget the focus, which is your style.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you take out all those things, you'll kind of like see all these fashion influencers have no style. And I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that to shit on, like, you know. But to me, like how, I don't know. It's just hard to like kind of like just be wearing t-shirt and shorts and then like call yourself like a fashion like everyone. Like what did you do to make it different? You know.
Right.
And I want to go back to just focus on that and just kind of like, you know, and I'm not trying to be like an asshole or be mean, but I'm just like want to bring creativity back to that point. And everyone's creative, but like it's so saturated now in the game of influencers. It's just, you see that the people that are getting bigger are the ones that are just plain and just the same thing because they follow the routine, you know.
Got you.
And everyone that's just lower that deserves more credit are the creative ones because they don't, you know, they just do their shit. And most of the time the things that they do are not cool yet. You know, so then you sacrifice that if you're creative, I guess.
That's true. I mean, like, is there like a friendly competition between all the
It's always like that.
influencers?
Yeah, it's always like that. But I think it's a little tamer with guys. So you see a lot more guys collaborating, and I have a lot of friends that I consider best friends that are influencers, and those I think my crew is just like, because we've all been doing it for a while, you know, and so we've seen each other grow, and we always support each other, and like I just think that's great. And then you just have the new types of influencers, and it's just like it's becoming to like, you know, how back in the day, like I was saying, like magazines and all these things are always just good looking people and models and stuff like that. And now the influencer world is going back to that. If you watch the Fire Festival, like, you know, all the influencers are hot and good looking now. Where are all these like actual influencers that are just like normal looking people, you know? So it's like I want to bring it all back to that, and like because like influencer has just a bad connotation to people. You know, if you hear someone say influencer, like, oh, you know, because you know you have like the bad ones that like would go to a hotel and be like, oh, I'll shout you out if you just let me stay here. You know, and then like they just drop iPhone photos. Like if you do that, at least like be fucking creative and like do something.
Real lazy.
And I don't know. That's just me. And I always rant about this, and some other influencers call me petty, but like it's not. It's not me, you know. It's for everyone. We all became, especially if you've been in the game for forever, and just all creatives, photographers, videographers, whatever. It hurts to see someone succeed by cheating. You know, people that would buy likes and followers and all engagement and shit, or like faking it and like, you know, acting like they're celebrities, but they're really not. You know, I want to just like, it just sucks that it's become that. You know, so.
That's true.
I just want to let people know that there are still like just legit, authentic, organic, like real bloggers, influencer, content creators out there.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, you know, and that's kind of cool that you're actually like working with other influencers. Like I was reading in this GQ article, and somebody was like, like they started with like you and Jeremy Mitchell.
Yeah, Jeremy.
What's
You
his name?
said that like you really know him. Like he said his name all perfect.
You know,
Yeah.
research. No, but yeah. So like he was just saying, like when he first like actually like came to this country or came to New York, it was him, Steven Onaja.
Yeah.
And you guys clicked up and was like working.
And
with
the cool
shoots
thing
and
about all
everything.
of us is like, like we all had to like struggle to get where we are.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why we're all very, very passionate with what we do because
dope.
I always say like blogging saved my life because I was a kid and like I said I had a tough childhood and I suffered depression and and this thing I found me and it saved my life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know where I am without it because
It's dope.
so that's why I'm really passionate every time I talk about it because it's not a game to me. It's not just shout me out or this is my this is how I'm living and this is how I want to keep living and this is how I want to influence people just to be yourself. And that's always been my thing and it's so cheesy to kind of say what's your what do you do? I just want to influence people to be themselves.
Yeah.
It's cheesy to hear, but people need
That's
that.
real talk.
Yeah.
It's real, for real.
That's
and a
real
lot of
talk.
people these days struggle with that,
Absolutely, especially now with all social
Well,
media.
yeah, and you would think social media will be used to influence people that way to don't be afraid and there are it's becoming that thing now, but also there's also that other side where you get jealous of other because people want to kind of stunt all the time and then and it's just it's not good.
It's not.
It's
Yeah.
a double-edged sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think also the proof is in the pudding too, right? I mean, last episode you said
The juice is worth the squeeze, man.
Yeah, that's it. Cliche 2019.
No, I love that.
You know what I mean? But I was trying to kind of, you know what I mean? But Betty was saying this year a lot of the cream will rise to the top.
Sure. But I always hear that.
But I think longevity-wise, you've been in the game since before Instagram. You've been blogging. There's a reason. It's not like a platform doesn't make you. It's because of what you do, and what you do is internally has a purpose for what you do, and you know what you like. So it doesn't matter if some new platform comes along or that shit goes away. At the end of the day, you're still gonna be you and doing what you do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying when it comes to being being called petty. That's what I'm saying. It's not just for me because I want this to keep going. But if he keeps going at this rate where it is now Fire Festival style, the bubble will burst and everyone's just gonna think all influencers are just all these airheady that would do anything just for clout type of people, And if I could ask all your opinions, when someone tells you what do you think of an influencer? What would you say? What's an influencer to you?
Oh, what defining an influencer?
What do you think of them? Other than me, how many other influencers do you know?
Well, you know what? I mean, that's kind of funny because we was talking about it yesterday, just watching the Fire Festival, and we're just that word influencer, it kind of freaks me out.
And the way they're using it in that show is so bad.
So
it gives us
horrible.
a bad. If you're a really someone like me and someone that cares for his shit, you'd be it's almost
you don't want to be.
It's almost like
identified
if someone started talking shit about the NBA and you're LeBron, you're oh. What am I just so everyone's gonna assume I'm I'm not saying I'm LeBron, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I was I would rant for everyone, especially for everyone that cares about the game,
Yeah, because you guys worked hard for that.
Yeah, and people who didn't get that and call me petty, I understood why they would, because they would be the ones that fucking buys engagements and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they're yo, don't fuck this up for us. I'm no, I'm trying to fuck it up for you guys, so the fucking cream rises to the top.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So you like that going back to the thing.
By the way, I didn't exactly say cream of the top.
Cream of the top.
Or whatever that is. He said it. Not
Hogan
me.
Hogan says that too a lot.
brother.
Yo, Jeremy, are you racist?
All right, that's gonna be a clip right there. You're gonna have to watch and find out.
Yeah.
So
50-50,
again, I'm still behind the
50-50.
camera on the mic. You know.
Yeah.
I think if you have a certain skill that backs up that whole influencer game,
Yeah.
then it's legit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like there's influencers who are actual photographers.
Sure.
That's true.
There's influencers who
Yeah,
are
of
actual
course.
models.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think if you have a certain skill set that backs that influencer.
It's also how you carry yourself too.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's so many people that will walk around thinking they're fucking A-list celebrity out
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Like, hey, yeah,
That's
no,
all
it's like,
ego.
it's
That's
like,
all
yeah, well, you don't
ego.
know who I am, like it's shit like that. Like the ego thing, and that
Right.
like.
I think if you show the process, like behind the scenes, or like getting
Yeah.
ready to.
No,
DJ.
trust me, I have something planned.
There you
Dun,
go.
dun,
See,
dun.
I gave myself
Coming
3
soon.
years to win an Emmy. I'm gonna win an Emmy in 3 years.
Oh shit.
I love
There we
that. I
go,
love
man.
that.
Scene.
All right.
I love that.
Dude,
energy.
I had a status before I was blogging on Facebook saying I'm gonna be on GQ one day, and I made it.
There we
And
go,
when
man.
I did that, and when I started working all these brands, dream brands I would never think of, that's when I started thinking that impossible is not a word. I know it's a fuck. That's so cheesy.
No, bro. No. Talk
Danny,
your
you
shit.
are so cheesy, bro.
Nah, man. Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, and then dude, we all have potential to like fucking be great if we really just push ourselves. And I knew that because
And
I knew I did it.
Stay
you know?
authentic
Yeah.
during the process.
Absolutely.
But I see why if you want to be an influencer now, you want to start. I see why it's hard
Right.
to do that, especially if your mind is like want to be just famous or want to just be like
Yeah.
get known out there. So you'd have to do every way just to get there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But if you're fucking creative, you just fucking settle for whatever you put out there, and people fuck with it.
Yeah, facts.
And-
Facts.
You know,
Was it a
possible.
goal of yours to get on a publication or advertisement, like something in print?
It wasn't really until like
And how do you get to that? Like, how does somebody get to be like published in an advertisement
dude,
or anything
everything
like
was just like I don't know, like people. I just get emails. To this day, I'd never emailed a brand to work with
Okay.
them.
So they reach out to you.
Goals.
Yes.
Ah.
It's
That's what's up.
and it's because I think they think I'm just authentic. You know, they could just
Yeah.
and I just love when brands do that.
Yeah.
Because like I don't have the most followings. I don't get the most likes from all, but I still get legit brands I want to work because
Yeah.
brands like see the vision.
Yeah.
But you've also gained that reputation.
And
within
weight,
the
I gained a lot of weight too. dude, you should don't take that for granted. Your metabolism will slow down.
I feel like you gained that reputation within the industry.
Yes, that
like your
and being
work-
like people always often think I'm snobby, but I'm snobby for a reason. Because I'm snobby for a reason. Because
Because you're an influencer? No, I'm playing.
no, not in
Go ahead,
terms
sir.
of that. In terms of like I like kind of feel like I was saying I feel like people's like intentions. So how many people in the beginning because I had a following already then, and people like didn't really fucking know what that meant. It's like people would always try to connect with me, and then once they got what they want, they'd be like
They were out.
peaced. How many people like I could like just show like thing of mad people would DM me or like email me for like help and stuff, and I would do something, and then they get big. Out.
Oh, man.
Pretend they don't even know you type of shit, That's why I like my trust level, and that's why I'm snobby, and then she just like,
Yeah.
it's like you don't really know people's intentions. That's why I feel for it, like you and like everyone out in here, like it's just like
Yeah.
you just kind of feel who are just genuine.
Yeah,
Energies.
yeah. I mean, like I was talking to you a couple weeks ago, and you was telling me about a situation with somebody, and you just like it just felt like they were using you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, bro, in this game,
Was
like,
she a hot girl? Because then you should just let that
I don't
happen.
know. I don't know about that one.
That's different now.
Yeah,
She's
but,
so hot, she's using me.
but it's okay.
Okay.
No,
Because
but-
they all want to know
Like-
like exactly what you did. They want to know
Absolutely.
every
Sure.
little secret. Like,
Yeah, of course.
So what camera do you use?
No,
what
I
setting
know.
do you use? Like what? Like
And
you
you
can't
just
give
gotta
away
tell, yeah.
everything.
Just
And it's
straight up
hard
dig
if
in.
you're a nice person. It's hard for you to be like,
Nah.
well, why do you want to know everything?
Yeah.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
So,
Go to YouTube.
Yeah, that's how everyone learns.
It's like on YouTube.
It feels like it kind of naturally happens that
Yeah.
way, right? Because you kind of like, first, you've obviously helped a bunch of people and it happened. It learns from experience, right? You kind of get burned. It's like, this kind of feels like that last time.
You have a really nice nose, by the way. I never really noticed that.
nose.
Your nose is really
Oh,
just
shit.
Nose on point.
Yeah, I got.
Follow your
Influencer
nose.
says this.
No, it's
Yeah,
good.
man.
Don't ever get a nose job, dude. It's good.
Become a nose
I
model.
didn't get a nose job.
No, sometimes when you have like the deviated septum, some people have to get. If you
can see my deviated stuff.
if you have one, don't just.
It was back in the day, but I was in college for like 6 years, dude.
So you gotta.
Yeah, some people don't know what a deviated
both
septum
my
is.
nose are fucked up. Both holes. College.
Mad weird.
No, but go ahead. Sorry.
I don't even know. I lost my train of thought. You fucked me up with the whole nose shit, but thank you,
Dude,
bro.
that's how I do it, man.
I didn't think I was gonna wake up today.
I'm
and think
also
about
not
news.
scared. You know, I'm a straight dude, but I'm not scared to compliment another guy if they're good looking.
Yeah.
You know what, man?
You can get a
Respect
nose ring
that,
tomorrow.
man.
That's it,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, you're handsome.
I'm about to
You're
start
handsome. You're beautiful.
I'm gonna have a.
Matt, you're handsome. So that's it. I got everyone right.
I'm gonna start posting.
I'm feeling really. No, you're handsome.
So yeah, just to kind of bring it back a little bit on for I guess we give a lot of gems kind of
Yeah.
bashing influencers.
No,
No, but it's not
no,
even
no,
like
no,
you know.
no.
Yeah.
but
sorry.
creating content, I think
It's just stating facts, dude.
facts.
Not bashing influencers, bashing people that get into it for the
Yeah.
wrong reasons.
Right.
Like with him, he was doing it on fucking Facebook, you know. So I mean, like you can go back, like, you know, like I mean, like he has all the shit to back him. But
I
the people
basically
now-
just sound like a fucking rapper. The old school rapper that's
old
complaining
school
about
rapper?
complaining
Like a
about all the
bitter-
SoundCloud raps. Like, what happened to lyrics, man? Where are the verses? Like type of
Yeah.
shit.
You know why I'm mad? Let me tell you why I'm mad.
Oh shit! Oh shit! You right.
So do you,
Yeah.
do you think these influencers who are taking photos with their phones and stuff are taking the easy route?
Well, I don't know,
Instagram?
but that's the thing. I don't know everyone's story, so I don't really judge people like
Gotcha.
a person, like a certain person or like that. Just like I only just judge what you see out there, and it's like, and what I mean, I get to see more because I'm behind the scenes and stuff. So
Right.
once I get to know the person, then that's when I like But like random people I don't know, and like but sometimes you could tell,
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
when people just fucking like just pretend to just like kind of have this life and just like why I don't know. But that's the thing. I want to be that guy to influence for you to just accept what you have.
Yeah.
And just be happy with what you have, and just
Well,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter, man. People,
Yeah, you can make dope. Being dope doesn't necessarily.
I feel
mean
like everyone is just dope. They just don't
Finding
like fucking
They
They
gotta
don't-
find their
own
lane.
dope.
Yeah.
Your own dope.
Right.
Yeah.
We're all dope. We all,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, you just gotta just find your lane. Like I see, like a lot of children. Well, I guess this generation, if you want to call it.
How old
know,
are you?
Me, I am 30.
Okay.
said a lot of
Yeah.
We're all
children.
the same
Somebody-
age.
This generation, I
Kids
should
these
say.
days.
Yeah.
We
Millennials.
Let me tell you why I'm mad.
We see some old folks, but yeah, it's like they see it and they just like, oh, like, what can I do to pop off? And I'd be like,
Yeah.
yo, you don't want to do it to pop off. You want to do it like you actually want to be your biggest supporter.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I mean?
And I get a lot of DMs of that. It's like, how'd you get started with your thing? Like, how do I get famous like you? Like, those are the first thing. That's another thing. I never, ever brag. I know there's a lot of people that are influenced that would brag about their status. So I'm never like that. I would never put my status to your face like that. I would just like regular, people talking and stuff like that, creating and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it just becomes really weird when you start acting like that. I mean, I'm
Absolutely.
verified,
Yeah.
but like I'm not trying to brag about it.
Yeah. I feel you.
That I'm verified.
Blue
One more time.
The blue check.
You got the blue check.
If
Yeah,
you
but
get
you
it.
know what? But I earned that. I feel like when I got that, I feel like it feels good because I'm like 10 years, like and
Yeah.
to
They
some
wanna
people they
go-
probably think like, oh, that's kind of like you. Thank you, But to me, like I feel like I put in hard work to
Yeah,
get.
you put in the work. Yeah.
Yeah.
People want to go 0 to 100. They want the followers
Yes.
immediately.
That's the thing.
You know?
That's what that's what I noticed too. People want to skip the story.
Yeah.
They want
Yeah.
that. They want that happy ending when they're
Exactly.
Chinatown. We want that happy ending right away, and like
But the
have that story.
priority though. You know
I
what I mean?
like-
The priorities. Are
I like
different.
when I like hearing people's stories, and it
Yeah.
just makes it better. Like it
Build your
draws in.
story.
That kind of justifies what you do now because now they know exactly what
Yeah.
you did, behind the scenes.
Yeah, because most people are like, "How'd you get big?" Oh, dude, bought followers, dude.
Yeah, right?
And then when people like just
If they knew that you were thrifting and serving Chinese food and
Yeah.
delivering Chinese food and you had a Nikon cool pics,
yeah,
like yo,
Yeah.
that's a crazy ass story,
yeah,
It is.
it's
From
almost
that
like
to
it could be
now.
a movie one day. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh.
That could
Yeah.
be. That sounds like a little movie.
That
Jay.
can
What's
win
up?
an Emmy.
Cue the trailer.
Coming soon.
You're gonna, a black guy's gonna play me because I'm so like this diverse. Just like I don't see color, son. I'm gonna
A black guy working at the Bullock Bayonne.
no, but no, but as I progress, I
Filipino
become
accent.
as I get old, I become like different races. Like whoa, went from a black kid to like
Benjamin Button of races.
yeah. It's like whoa, he's just really out there, just like including everyone.
Yo, it's gonna be wild when that black guy is like passing out like Chinese restaurant fucking things. I ain't never seen that before.
I ain't never seen that either.
I ain't never seen that before.
That'll be hilarious.
That's gonna be next level. So.
Yeah, so nah, it'd be
Diversity
fun.
2019.
Yeah, but yeah,
here.
So, what was like the first? Big,
this is fun, by the way. right? It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
having a great-
enjoying
great
myself.
time. I'm loosening up now. I'm sorry for no more.
You
cigarettes.
loose?
I dropped my
Yeah.
cigarettes.
You loose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke today or nothing.
Yeah.
What?
I
No.
thought,
Yeah.
I thought you
I
were
lost my high,
walking in.
dude.
What?
I thought you were high walking in.
No, chill. High on life.
High on life.
On this mod cup.
Yeah, dude.
But
Nitro.
if you don't mind me asking, what was the first big check you got as a fashion?
Like you want me to drop numbers?
Not the
Money
blue-
talk.
No, you have to talk about the check. But what was the first time you're like, wow, I can make a business out of this? Like,
That's another thing. Like, even that, like the way I'm getting paid, it progresses too. That's why to this day, I'm still get excited for whoever emails me. I know most people are just like, it's just another job. It's like this is me just like being in like other like influencer stuff, and people would just talk. They'd be like, "Oh, you got this job? Yeah, me too." Like, there's no like joy about it anymore. But to me, I'm just like, "Yo, fuck, I can't believe I'm like this guy," And with like the check-in, it progresses too as I get old, and then you kind of see your value, because back then you get paid for like all these things that you're doing and putting out there for what you would think back then was a good enough money, and now you kind of see that you actually could be paid more. Because you do put a lot of stuff there, and your status is like kind of like it helps too, so it's good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, before I became like full-time blogging, all these things, I also delved into styling. Actually, there was a year where I was styling,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
and that was also all an accident because Wyclef's, like, I think one of his interns or whatever found me on Tumblr.
Oh, shout out to Tumblr.
From
again.
Jersey too, right?
Newark, yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
That's what-
and then he told me to come in, and I ended up styling him from the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Here.
Hey,
Shout
and
out
then
to Wyclef.
and then it eventually led on to other things. So I was assisting for like a Nylon magazine shoot. Like I fucking styled the guy who discovered Lady Gaga. Like under my belt, I have, because he has a Grammy. Under my belt, I have 2 Grammy fucking stars that I
yeah.
styled.
Dope.
Yeah.
You know,
Sick.
I mean,
and I always forget that because I like done so much in my life that like,
Yeah.
wait, go ahead, sorry.
no. I'm just saying. I'm like, do you still stop because you said you?
No, because it's just like with like the money I make and like the blogging thing, like styling is just a lot of work. And it's just like with being like a creative person, and obviously want what I want to do. Like, it's hard to be a stylist and then other people are like have really the say. And you don't
Executing
really,
somebody
you
else's
know.
vision,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to like do like, so it's, I would see it, I'd be like, oh, that could have been something else, blah blah blah. So I just couldn't take that part.
Got you.
And luckily I got bigger on with the blogging side, and from then just continued from that.
He says, I'm too famous to style, son. That's what he wanted to tell
No,
me.
I mean I really liked it for a while until I had
Yeah.
to do the pull-in returns, man.
Oh.
And I was just like, I thought I was like just styling. I'm like, okay, I'm styling, and they're like, oh, so you got to pull in return, and so I'm like also talk to like somewhere to get the pieces and stuff. It's a lot of process. And I wasn't getting paid like enough compared to like what I would be paid as a blogger. So
I feel you.
and it's good to just focus completely on the blogging part.
Makes
Well,
sense.
that's dope.
So your first, like, I guess, paid opportunity as a blogger, basically, still, you said you don't reach out to anybody, so
Yeah.
they've essentially discovered you through, was it through Tumblr or?
Lookbook, and my blog.
Word.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So basically,
And
the
back
content
then,
you
it
put out
was
there-
when you first started. When working with brands, it was like not even for paid shit because, like I said, you didn't even know you could pay an influencer. So it was just through
It's like
trades.
new. Yeah.
And sometimes you'd have to return the shit back.
Yeah.
There were times where like, oh yeah, you could shoot it, also return it to us.
Oh,
So basically,
Okay.
you're just getting used.
Yeah.
But you didn't know it back then because you didn't know that your following means something. Because these people
Right.
follow you for a reason, and if they like what you like and they fuck with, and they could see themselves wearing it, then they would buy it.
Yep.
But you didn't really see it then, and then I think like eventually changed because I'll probably like everyone noticing that these influencers are huge, and this could be another way instead of like paying like a whole like billboard on like Times Square or whatever. Like we could save up money and just pay like 10 different types of influencers, and if they fuck with like our brand and they want to do it, then that's a thing, and it saves so much money.
True.
And then eventually every year, because you see the value of influencers get bigger every year, then you get,
I feel you.
And since it's just such a new industry, there's no standard rate.
yeah. I don't think it's new anymore. Like what? It's almost like
Well, it's
5 years?
5
But it's
years, yeah.
evolved, right? Since
Yeah,
from when
it's
you first came in to now. But it's still young in a sense where that shit still could change, especially
Yeah,
after
that's why I
with the
want to
Fire
change it back to
Festival.
the thing. Yeah, where it's just fucking organic, but it's gonna be hard.
I think the Fire Festival did, like, I think benefited your mission, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
now,
but it could also break the
Yeah.
whole. It could also break the whole thing.
double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah.
The bubble could definitely pop. For sure.
But I think at the end of the day, we say at the end of the day a lot, and it's
Yeah.
fucking too early in the day.
Well, what happens
to be ending
at
the
the,
shit?
it's at
But at the end of the day,
day,
when the cream rises to the top, and the pudding is fucking
Yeah.
bulletproof,
Brother.
you know what I mean, brother? I think.
No, I don't think it's gonna die down. I think it's probably gonna evolve into something better. Sometimes you kind of like learn from your mistakes, and then it just eventually gets better. So, well, now brands are more cautious who they want to work with. You know, I think that's the key, because you kind of like have to see like the influencers. There's just a bunch of now, so that's
Yeah.
why you pick and choose now. So it's
Yeah.
all up to the
Right.
brands now.
Absolutely.
You know who they want to represent their brand.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Like I think it's not gonna go back to the old days
Yeah.
when they just had one kind of just cut out look of like that,
Yeah.
like that 6 feet tall white dude or whatever. It's like now because they want to be more diverse, so they're going.
Yeah, I wanna go back to that.
Denny or
Yeah, speaking of diverse, in the beginning, like when like the whole influencing thing, like the whole like seeing the value and stuff. In the beginning, it was
Yeah.
like very white.
yeah.
And I'm not even saying that's like
Yeah.
And it wasn't until recently, like what, a year and a half ago or 2 years, like when it's become like I've gotten more work for being my color and being like diverse.
Yeah,
And all
yeah.
these brands you would never think would work with someone like you, or like all of a sudden.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it's almost like kind of like fake woke, but like maybe.
Absolutely. I mean, of course, they're like hopping onto the trend.
Yeah.
but-
Right, because it's trendy
Fuck
to be
it.
diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes like sometimes you learn from the mistakes and then you become a better brand because of that. You know?
Exactly.
So that's
yeah.
good.
Hopefully they use it as an opportunity to kind of
Yeah.
like also be, like you said, cautious, but I think also be more intentional.
I just want,
with
I
who
just
they're
want it to
working
be
with, right?
like, so people just look at it like a normal thing. Same thing with everything, like
Yeah.
movies and like, like,
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to bring the Oscars here, but like every year it's almost kind of like when like a black movie or like a foreign movie is like nominated, it's almost like, oh, this is the first time it's ever, like, you
Yeah.
want it to go to, you want it to just be like it's normal.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not impossible for like someone to be nominated anymore,
Yeah.
Because every year it's almost like you kind of like, is it really are they really making these people win because they deserve it, or is it just because
They just doing
they
it 'cause
just
they-
want like news,
The good look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just, and eventually, hopefully, it goes to that where it's just everything is just normal.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just,
Right.
except like Benny is just like this guy.
I'm a
Yeah, it's just a
guy.
guy.
I'm a guy. Not just a black guy that bakes, but I'm just
Yeah.
a guy that bakes.
Yeah.
guy that-
that's
Wow.
That's
what
all I'm
saying.
working for. That's all I'm working
That's
for.
what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. No.
We all want
Sure.
that.
Yeah. And that's what we're working on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is the first generation of, it just being super diverse and all, and us just all getting a shot. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
hey, man.
I say
let's
that
keep it
all
going.
the time. We all have a shot now. And I was telling Jay, we have this shot now. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Big facts.
We're doing the half court shot.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah,
It's like kind of like, it's
Yeah.
one of those things where you really do take a chance. And
trying to win this car, you know what I mean?
Because, it's not going to be, it's not an easy, it's easier said than done. Like, yeah, we have the shot, we can do this. But
Yeah.
this really, like, takes a
Yeah,
lot.
It
to,
takes a
like-
lot of air balls before you're like,
Yeah.
damn, I gotta like, make some adjustments and figure out what am I doing right, what am I
Yeah.
doing wrong. And I think, it's gonna sound corny, but
Dude, it's just cheesy. We're just cheesy as fuck here.
No,
It's
but
all good.
I think, yeah, like you said, man, the being authentic to yourself, then like you can't go wrong. Because if you're not really
Mhm.
worried about essentially what the reaction is gonna be,
Yeah.
then the people who do actually align with what you're trying to do, they'll come through regardless, right?
Yeah.
But then you'll never.
And,
be
and you
upset
can't
with what
hate
you
on
put
that.
out.
You can't hate on someone that just wants to fucking, like, preach great shit and positivity. Just preaching to people that just be yourself and, like, accept who you are and, like, love yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you hate that, then you're a terrible person. I don't know, like, why would you hate something like that,
Yeah.
Just
You're like
bitter.
insecure, yeah.
Legit.
Where did Instagram come into play between all this?
Oh, as soon as when did Instagram start? Like 2012 or 2013 or something?
About,
I got mine when I was,
Sounds-
was 2015.
Yeah. So, because 2015 is not till like it really like helped the influencers become
Okay.
like Instagram is like probably 90% of like the reason why there's a bunch of
Big
influencers,
facts.
because
Yeah.
you see it right there, like the influence,
Yeah.
So like I think like
So that was like during your Tumblr phase?
Yeah, I
Okay.
still had a Tumblr then, but everyone, you know how everything, like it was MySpace and then Facebook and then Tumblr
Right.
and then Instagram.
Yeah.
But
Right,
we're
right,
still
right.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because Instagram just wants to be everything.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so it's just that phase. I'm going that way, yeah.
Yeah. But you think like Tumblr was probably the big one for you? I mean, like, cause I remember like when all like the Tumblr kids started like doing all the styling, like like you had like Luca, and and then they all started with that, and then they all kind of blew up and took it to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
and became like like
Tumblr
It
was
Boy,
definitely
Girl.
a huge help, especially for
Yeah.
like the OGs and stuff. Because
Yeah.
see, like when someone goes like, "Yo, I remember you on Tumblr," then you know you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
So,
I can
you know,
imagine, yeah.
Because most people like started from Instagram,
Right.
Yeah.
So, but like Tumblr was like, and it's
Tumblr
still
was-
around.
Yeah. Which I actually kind of heard they were kind of like altering it a little bit, right?
re-
AKA they won't be doing the porn stuff on it anymore.
Boo! That's all my artistic vision right there.
The good stuff. Can't show titties on Tumblr?
Yeah.
Sir, I am out of here.
I remember you would just like scroll and just see like naked. Like, what?
I would always love that, but ooh, a titty. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't even think like Pornhub and shit was around yet then.
Yeah, nah, man.
You would have-
Tumblr was the porn.
Tumblr was the
Yeah,
first.
you would watch clips and you'd settle for clips.
The gifts.
But now we're all like fucking like you scroll like you're like 20 pages deep. It's like nah, I still can't find the right one.
Oh, Pornhub talk? Oh my god. Making it to like the 30th page and being like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
This is ridiculous.
And
All
it's
right,
just
just
like-
find something, fam.
Yeah,
Anything, just go for whatever.
that's so funny. You ever see that meme of like how guys watch porn? It's like the first 30 seconds, then like 10 seconds of every position, and then the last 10 seconds. But no one ever watches the full thing. You want to know the story? How you got to the, how we got you. You don't want to just be in the middle. It's like, wait, how did they get there? So you want to
The
know, like,
cheesy shit.
oh, that guy was a pizza guy. Okay, I get it. And she was hungry. Okay. I
Chinese
get it.
delivery.
Yeah.
Service. Yeah. On a
We
skateboard.
do need more Asians in like American porn.
Yo,
actually.
dead ass. I've never seen an Asian porn star.
I wonder why.
I'm not looking. But,
Lots of Asian girls, but Asian guys.
what's that about?
It's like if you see one, it's kind of like seeing a black guy in hockey. It's like kind of like, oh shit, it's
I wouldn't even
it's
know.
rare.
What the
guy in
hell is
hockey.
hockey?
It's right.
Hockey.
It's like an Asian guy in American porn, and you're like, what? Because there's a lot of Asian porn. It's all
Yeah.
blurry, but like
Why is that also?
oh, I don't know.
Lovelisa's like, I'm not in this. I don't know what y'all
somewhere.
talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about, but
yeah. So yeah.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
going back to
I don't even know why you're looking at me.
going back.
All right, guys. So I want to announce my new venture. So you can find Dreaming Don't Sleep is a new company.
nasty.
Yeah.
So
But no, okay, so I guess it's going back into everything. You being a fashion connoisseur and everything, like who inspires you? Like who is like a person that you like look at style wise and be
Oh, okay,
like,
yeah, dude. I always say this, Andre 3000.
Andre,
That's a
okay.
good
And you
one.
can kind of see with all my looks from my goatee, which is just accidental and whatever.
Yeah. You definitely do look like Hey Ya video. Right?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
video.
Yeah. What else? Dude, and you see him around like Prince Street all the time. I think he lives around the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm always just starstruck. Everyone goes up to him, and I'm just like, but I never get starstruck. So I go to like a lot of events, and you see a bunch of celebrities. I only get starstruck over Andre,
Over
'cause
Andre,
I like
yeah.
really fucking
Yeah.
like, and and Kanye, I get, but I'm not like I'm not style, but I get starstruck over Kanye. So and who else is I love well Johnny Depp. Like his like controversial stuff. My style used to always get compared to his because the long hair and the glasses and stuff
Absolutely.
like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
The vintage look.
I like a lot of vintage like fashion people back in there like Serge Gainsbourg and Bob Dylan, and I think I did a whole like 5 looks that I did that if you put it all together you'll see that it's my style. So then I forgot who else was there, but yeah, those were pretty cool guys.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, and I'm not afraid to say that too. Some people are like, "Yo, I been had this style. I was born with this style. Inspired by nobody."
I look in the mirror and I get inspired.
I'd have been like, okay. Fair enough.
Word.
That's dope.
So
Yeah.
what do you got going on now? Like that we can look forward to in like the near future.
Are we almost done? Dang.
I don't know.
Like, are we?
No, I kind of want to. I think that because we're the story, I think we're kind of progressed to.
Now?
Yeah.
Recent times?
Yeah, now.
Well,
yeah.
all I'm gonna say is like like I said, that whole joke with like I'm gonna get Emmy for 3 years from now. I want to transition into TV film. I feel like
Sick.
with all the
Makes
thing. I
sense.
think it's just where else am I gonna go from? I think it's being led to that, and
you
I
got a
feel like
production company yet?
yeah, yeah.
No,
but
I know
like,
of a good one.
but like everything, also all the opportunities I'm getting are all connected to like TV.
Yeah.
And I feel like and everyone always just says like, I know it's always like kind of like you have that one talented kid in your town. It's like you should be an actor. Like I'm not trying to be that guy, but I feel like everyone always says you have the personality. Like I think this is the year I should just go for it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm still young looking, and and like I said, this is the shot for all of us
Yep.
Absolutely.
that we could like have now. So
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the time we progress to there. I keep looking at Jay like we have some secret project or something.
Yeah.
Worst case,
What's
so
going on, guys?
Guys, do you have a secret project coming up?
I don't know.
Wink, wink.
But,
Worst case, you can always go to the Philippines, like
oh yeah.
Tito Boy said. You
Yeah.
gotta be an actor in the
Oh,
Philippines.
so you're famous. You go to the Philippines, be an actor. Or like if you're a little light skinned, it's like you're gonna be famous there.
All Filipino like aunts and uncles always like,
Yeah,
it's like
I
they
know.
believe in you when you're young. It's like, oh yeah, you should be an actor. And they always
Yeah.
say, go to the Philippines, you'll be an actor. So,
Yeah.
but it's very common I feel
It's
like.
it's a joke. It's a
Yeah.
comment. Like
I heard
the whole discount thing I was saying with Filipinos. Like it's a Filipino thing.
It's a thing.
I feel like my one grandmother or my one aunt was saying it's like my little brother, and I was like, damn, you should say that to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, but I never heard it in a while.
What did they say?
Wow.
Did they say your full name or just they call you Jay?
No, yeah, JJ.
JJ. Uy, JJ, become an actor.
JJ.
Uy, lovely. I don't know why every time I do a Filipino accent, I always have to start with uy. Uy.
You gotta point with your lips.
Yeah, uy, right there, right there. And it's just funny.
Have
But-
you had any setbacks or drawbacks? throughout all
Setbacks?
this?
Trying to think. Well, like fortunately, no.
That's
But there are times where I question myself a lot and like where am I gonna go? Because it's like you said, it's a new thing. Like where does it go from here? That's why I want to do something while I still have something to do. Like I still have all these things that could help me like progress to like something else.
Yeah.
Right.
But like I said, I'm always gonna be a blogger because you
Really?
can never have You could never just, if you're dedicated to just post an outfit every day, you could just do that.
Legit.
And I'd like
Right.
seeing myself age. Imagine me like in my 60s.
Oh, that's
So like,
gonna be
this
lit.
was back in 2009 when I was young. And it's like, Grandpa.
Document that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy when our children get to see us, like
Yeah.
when we're like kids and shit.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so different
Oh,
then.
man.
Damn.
Yeah. I hope they like find a fucking cure where we just stay like our best looking, never age.
Holograms.
Yeah. It's like, okay. Cool.
Damn, I'll be a hologram, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go back to the Bible days where everyone was 400 years old. And Noah was 300 years old when the ark came.
Big cap. No, I'm joking. Did I just say the Bible's big cap?
It's my
That's gonna
favorite.
be a
It's my
highlight.
favorite superhero movie.
Oh,
Comic book.
shit.
Bible. Oh, controversial.
Let's spice this up. Bible real or nah? Nah, for
Yeah.
real.
Real.
I'm joking.
That's gonna be a highlight.
Yeah. Well, the second Bible, like Nick Fury came. It's like we want any of the Avengers.
Oh, fucking Jesus with the bazooka. Nah,
Yo,
man.
Jesus, style icon, dude. He was rocking like what? The Birkenstocks.
Early.
What was his name?
Yep.
There's your Emmy.
Yeah.
He was the first influencer.
First
Got
influencer.
that long shaggy hair. It's just like, I don't care. Just like, this is me. I like my long hair.
Jesus inspired you.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool. But yeah, where are we going now?
Well, so yeah, I kind of jumped the gun with the setbacks. So I guess in terms of setbacks, were there any like points in
I
time?
mean, that's the only setback. It's like when you question yourself, and it's like I always like tell people, it's like you like this. This became a dream to me, and then I achieved my dream, and now I'm living my dream, and now like where do I go from there? So now it's kind of sometimes it's harder when you're already there because now you
Yeah.
have to figure out to stay there. So that's the only time, but I don't even consider that setbacks. I feel like it's like a learning lesson. You kind of like you like kind of see yourself and you find yourself more, and you see yourself like you realize what type of person you are when you when you're put in this situation and shit.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you have to be strong.
Challenge brings the progression, right?
Sure, yeah.
Big facts, big facts. So like, for people like really doing what you do, like or correction, like trying to do what you do, like what is some advice you would give to a fashion influencer?
That wants to
Slash-
kind of
slash
delve
kind
into
of-
the thing.
Yeah. Like
Like they just want to start out and just. I mean, my advice is to first let's be cheesy. Like, be yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Honestly, because someone will always fuck with you, dude. Like, you know,
Yeah.
even if it's just one person, that should mean one like, a good thing already. And stay authentic. Like, just post really what you really love, like for you, and like, you know, discover yourself in that way. And if you're inspired by other people, like, you know, and that's the thing you want to do, like with me, with movies and all these things, post that. Who cares?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I don't know. Save your money if you start getting work done. Yeah. If you get if you starting getting paid checks and shit. Honestly, save your money.
Yeah. So, okay. Like in the beginning with the whole like clothing, like, hey, do you feel like?
Am I allowed to curse? I've been cursing.
Nigga, man,
so.
do
yeah.
Man, do what you want to do, nigga.
Oh,
fuck.
Word.
No, but yeah. So yeah, like starting out, and let's say like they do get like a job or anything, like
Yeah.
with the whole clothes, and you were saying like the whole like pull and return situation. I mean, like,
Oh, but this is the styling thing, though. That's when you're a
styling.
stylist.
Oh,
Yeah.
so stylist. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, you definitely feel you'd have to pull and you have to return.
Fair enough.
But yeah, yeah, no, keep on with like,
Well, yeah, no. So like, you know, like just doing the whole like styling situation, and just like, let's say like, what's your favorite? Okay, real question is like, what's your favorite spots to go to? Like, where do you think they should start at?
Yeah.
like, clothing wise.
I mean, if most of the people that follow me love the fact that I thrift and stuff like that, and I'm not
Okay.
shy to say where I go and stuff like. So I just let them know and like,
What's your favorite spot?
I have a lot of favorite spots. Obviously,
He said no.
obviously, I love Another Man's Treasure, the vintage store. I'm there every day, and it's just a local.
Jersey
you know.
City.
Nice.
You know,
Okay,
and I have a
okay.
lot of favorite spots that, you know, that I would tell people if they ask where I got my shit from or shit like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I should be saying a lot more, but like I'm just stuck.
Dude,
you
you
know,
just
but
dropped
like
mad jewels. You
it's
dropped
hard to
big-
give advice these days, you know, because it's like it's easy, like I said, it's easier said than done. Like when you tell someone like just be yourself. Obviously, for someone who's like 16 or like 17, like that's
Yeah.
not as easy. Like they will just want to get their shit out there right away.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I just was saying like do what you think is right for you. Then like if
Absolutely.
you like it,
Yeah.
then just go for it. You know.
Dope. That's dope.
So if it's dope to you, then that's like
Yeah,
that's
if it's
it.
dope to you.
That's
then
it, chief.
you
right?
know? And if like
Common
SoundCloud
cliche.
rapper and like, you know, black stuff is dope to you and all those things,
Then rep that.
then do that. You know.
Fucking-
I love SoundCloud rappers. You know,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah,
shit. I
yeah.
love listening to that. I'm not gonna like, you know, pretend that I hate it. I like it.
Yeah.
But like, you know, whatever. If you feel like it's good to you, then just go for it. You know,
Heard you.
positive way. Like
Yeah.
punching people. If you feel punching people is good to you, don't
do
do
it.
that. So he said, do
Don't
anything
be an
is good to
asshole.
you.
As long as that's the rules.
Nothing
Yeah.
If
non
you fuck with
violent.
it and it's
Also-
not fucking with anybody else.
Also,
shit.
yeah, actually, not more things are coming to me.
Yes.
Don't burn bridges. All my
That's some good
friends
advice.
that I shoot with, photographers, like videographers, and everyone, still friends with them.
Yeah.
I'm not fake to anyone's face. If I think
true.
you're whack, if I think what you're doing is whack, and I'll tell it to your face.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, don't burn bridges. If you're working with brands, like don't burn bridges. Like just be
Absolutely.
honest.
Yeah.
be
You know,
real.
just be real.
Facts.
And if a brand reach out to you, they already reach out to you because they already see something in you. So you don't have to like, you know, kind of like,
Fake the funk.
you know.
So
Facts.
just for kind of like ask some questions on behalf of the viewers, people who are trying to get involved and like it's like, yo, I think I got really dope style and I like, you know,
Yeah.
asking for a friend. How do you find photographers or how do you choose the people to work with? Because obviously, I mean, do you suggest doing the self-timer route off rip or in terms of like say somebody wants to, you know, start broadcasting or documenting, you know, their style and the clothes and outfits they're putting together? How do you recommend going about documenting it?
I mean, if you can, I mean, these days, like you could easily just DM someone, like, you know, like people that, you know, you could just give it a shot. Some people would say no, you know, or not, or like yes. So I feel like it doesn't hurt to like try and like reach out to people, email, DM, whatever. Also, like, and if you're like, you know, if you're shy or whatever, like the route of like self-timer photo shoots and stuff like that, that's another thing that could help you put your shit out there and grow your thing. So eventually when you have the number where people could like, you know, because some people consider like numbers just like a status thing. So if the photographer or whatever people that you see like see your work and you have something to show, like because your Instagram's like your portfolio now too, and if people fuck with it, then anyone, you know, that you reach out to could potentially say yes. So
Say if you're super fresh, right, and you got
Yeah.
no following, you're starting a new account. Like, how do you what's that value proposition for potential? Like, say you find a photographer, I really like the way they shoot. I know I really got good style, but I got nothing to show. I'm starting to scratch.
Yeah.
So what's a good way for that, like, you know, potential?
just be
start?
honest. Just do like what you want. It's like exactly what you tell me. It's like, yo, you know, I think I have dope style, like, you know, like, and I think, you know, and I like your your photos and stuff like that. There's always going to be photographers out there that are dope that would be willing to help someone out.
True.
You know,
Shoot your shot.
yeah, shoot your shot. And like, if you just want to be creative, just be creative. So like I said, you know, sometimes money doesn't have to be involved when you just try to be creative.
Sure.
And yeah, and like I mentioned before, like there's that route, but also like build up like, you know, a portfolio that you think is dope, so you could easily sell yourself to photographers and videographers that could just fuck with you. Creativity.
So maybe even get them self-timer joints out the way and get the kinks out for your process. And maybe
do you not
want
to? Do you not want to do self timers?
No. Oh, no, I'm just asking. No,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
like, yeah. As far as that, that's like the.
Yeah. I mean, it's also good to like learn that too. Like, you know, I like did not know shit about photography, and to this day, I'm not the best with like telling you what's cool with photography. So I honestly just learn day by day. I didn't know how to fucking shoot in a studio a month ago, and now I had to teach myself how to do the lights and shit like that, and like, you know, like cameras and angles and stuff like. It's just really what I see in my head, what I envision. I try to do that as much as I can and make it happen.
Trial
You
and
know?
error.
Yeah.
Trial and error. Yeah. Just do it and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Gotta thrift that knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
Dude, yeah.
So, yeah.
If you believe, they will come. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Shit, drop it. Okay, well, nothing's new under the sun. but what are some like designers that you are like paying attention to? You think they're doing cutting edge shit right now?
Oh, I don't, like I said, I don't really pay, like, I'm not that type of fashion guy where I pay attention to stuff like that, but I appreciate a lot of things. Like, Ralph Lauren,
Yeah, of course.
my favorite brand of all time.
The OG.
Because I feel like me, and I never, actually, I didn't say this yet, but like, with my style, if you guys notice, like, I don't have one certain style. It's just diverse. Like, I mean, I'm versatile and like, but if you
Absolutely.
really look at it, there's still me. It's still me there because, you know, the vintage feel.
Yeah.
But I would wear streetwear, and I would wear, you know, suits, and I would wear like other things, like, you know. And
I'd say it's classic. Like,
Yeah.
the reason why you like polo and like the way that you dress is classic. It's gonna last forever.
Yeah.
These styles don't end.
and
you
the
know?
fact that polo is every style. They do
Absolutely.
Western, they do streetwear, they do, you know, like suiting and like, you know, expensive suiting. It's just like, I feel like that's who I am, and that's what I want to be as an influencer. I want to give people options. Because if I'm going to be a fashion guy or fashion, I want to be able to try new things, like trial and error. If it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for me. But, you know, I want to at least give people options about styling and stuff like that.
True.
But, yeah, Ralph Lauren's my favorite brand. I love brands I love Visvum,
Visvum's lit.
which is like kind of like Ralph Lauren inspired. So like all these brands now are all like kind of like inspired by that. But I love anything skate culture. Like I love all that style, and obviously I love the '70s a lot. So I wear a lot of '70s pieces.
Heard you.
That guy's tall, dude. And you know, like this year I'm gonna try to delve into like a lot more '80s new wave look.
Right.
You know, just something I try to like also
That's gonna be special.
reinvent myself every year.
That's dope,
You know,
man.
because I don't want to be like wearing this like that suit thing, and that thing is dope, but like that's not me anymore.
Yeah,
You know, and I'm not gonna try to please people just because they like the suit thing.
Yeah.
I want to please myself more, and like I want to like, you know.
You want to challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you want to take this ride with me, let's ride together. You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope, man.
I want to
That's
see a
dope.
picture
I
of
can't wait to
your
see that.
wardrobe.
yeah,
Must be
it's there. I put it there.
crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I you know, I always say like I have this walk-in closet now, which is the size of my room back in the day.
Damn.
And I'm so like every time I go in there, I just get emotional. It's like, wow, I made this happen. And it's like kind of like, you know, people who like made things happen for their lives. It's just like, you know that feeling. You know what I'm saying? It just you got get emotional about it. And I like have all these clothes, and I like donate, like, you know, I give back and like just, you know,
That's
the
dope.
shit, you know?
Aw, look at that.
I donated back to the thrift shops that I like, you know, that I started in and stuff like that.
Keep the cycle going.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Because and I always say like the cool thing about thrifting and like vintage shopping is like you get to like continue that story that people give away.
Absolutely.
Like that T-shirt that you find at the thrift store, that was someone else's story, you know,
Yeah.
and
That's
then
true.
now you continue it.
That's true.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to know what the
Bars.
story was though. Like, the guy likes to lurk in bars and like hit on women. Nah.
Oh man.
But the idea there was a story then is kind of cool. You know what I
Cool
mean?
story.
Yeah.
I used to have a shirt like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty dope.
So now that like you're established, right? And as far as this is your living, right?
Yeah.
How do you like pick and choose, kind of touching back on the fact that you don't reach out to brands, how do you siphon through the brands that reach out to you?
It wasn't until like a year and a half ago when I'm so like fortunate that I could say that I get to pick and choose who I want to work with.
Yeah.
Because back then, like, it's hard, you know, because you have to pay rent and stuff like that. So it's hard. I've turned down like brands that were kind of pay me like what $6,000-$8,000 and stuff like that, just because I didn't feel right for me. Like, you know, sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like some brands would like want you to like promote like shaving your body hair. I don't have body hair, you know. Then it's just like it doesn't make sense to me, and like it hurts to turn it down, but like it feels so much better knowing that you were real to yourself and you're turning it out for that. And sometimes when that happens, they pretend that the offer was not even offered. I just like it never happened, never happened. So it just makes me, you know. Yeah. But yeah, unfortunate enough to do that, you know. But
That's
back
dope.
then, I was like, it was hard, you know.
Of course, yeah.
But I've never said yes to anything that, you know, that I had to do because I needed money. Yeah. So I'm fortunate also to have brands that reach out to me that actually like fuck with my shit, you know.
That's dope. That's dope. Having some integrity with you know the people you work with.
And you would never be able to tell from like the portfolio. It's key.
No. Yeah.
But like everything seems like it aligns with your brand. Even
Sure,
like the OG Denny, short haired Denny with the fedoras, with the suit
The
jacket.
prepubescent Denny.
Yeah.
My voice never changed though.
The
Fuck.
no mustache Denny.
My voice is like, I'm staying. It's gonna be the only thing that's staying with you for life is your voice. But you know, I feel like that's also, you know, we don't know. I feel like that's gonna lead me somewhere too, because like I said, like people do like DM me and tell me that you should be like a cartoon. Your voice sounds like a cartoon. So I don't know. Like
I was gonna say that too.
it's kind of like you turn all these things that you dislike about yourself back then, you make it into something, you know.
Growth.
Growth, yeah.
That's
True.
Everything changes, right? Never thought like now it's like with the diversity thing. Nobody thought it'd be flipped where it's like people are just, you know, trying to embrace the diversity factor to be PC or to be like kind of part of the conversation of the greater.
Yeah.
Which I mean, hopefully it's again a double-edged sword, but again we focus on the good that it brings more so than anything else.
I just want people to stop being too sensitive. That's what it is.
Heard you.
True.
You guys just triggered. Think
Yeah.
what?
Not at all.
Me?
Not at all.
You're not talking about me, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, like, but that's gonna happen when everyone has a voice. You
Yeah,
know?
I know. That's
You
true.
I mean, it just takes one person to be like some random shit, and everybody just kind of just goes with it and just
I know.
snowballs.
It's like the bandwagon thing, yeah. It
I
kind
mean,
of sucks, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
it is. This is like we just have to get used to it. It's probably like the first time the television was introduced to people. It's like,
Absolutely.
fuck, it's just like this is new life now.
Absolutely.
So it's just like we're just sounding like how our parents were like, oh, I remember back then.
Yeah,
We used to just play outside and no curfew. Remember? Like that's how it is. Like,
Legit,
oh,
though,
when I was
legit.
your age, I didn't even watch TV once. It's like there's no TV. Yeah.
valid.
I did listen to the radio 24 hours though.
And they used to get yelled at. So why are you always on that radio?
Yeah, but geez, imagine us as dads though. But isn't it funny? Like I don't know if it happens to you guys though, but like all those things that your parents would do that would annoy you when you were a kid, you kind of become that person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like my stepdad would always clean all the time, even
Yep.
if like, you know, Dad, stop cleaning, eat. I would be like that. I would just be like, you know,
Yeah.
you just become that
yeah.
person. It's just funny how life works.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's like you see yourself becoming
Yeah.
like your parents or whoever you grew up
It's
with.
and
Yeah,
it really
absolutely.
is true. Like, you know,
Facts.
where you're raised shapes who you are. Like that's
Absolutely.
why certain people that are terrible, if they were just raised in the right environment, then it
Absolutely.
would be so much better.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
It's true,
and
it's true.
you know, I always say like if we would achieve world peace if everyone just understood everyone's culture and they just like, you know, instead of judging
Accepted it.
everyone right away.
That would be
true.
effing nice.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're Filipino? Oh, okay. You eat adobo? Like, that's the most. Just gonna be like, it's like, oh, you're Filipino? Okay. It's like, oh, cool.
That's
You're
what's up.
Filipino. Yeah, I know.
Keep it moving.
It's
yeah.
always like food or like, oh, I have a friend who's Filipino. you always
Oh, what are you really from? Like,
yeah, you almost sound like you're like a Pokemon. It's like, oh, you're Filipino. Oh, you're one of those. Okay. I have one friend who's also a Filipino. It's always like that.
oh man, stop doing that.
Yeah.
White people, nah. I'm playing.
What about?
Yeah.
Love you guys. I'm
Nah,
playing.
but it's cool.
Nah, I'm playing.
So, just back on the brands a little bit. So you didn't really have to kind of pick and choose. Back in the day, you kind of you're hustling and obviously
Yeah.
you're working with the brands. But what was one of your favorite brands to work with overall? That was like really poorly
Oh,
stated.
there's a lot. I like working with Uber a lot because they do a lot of empowering things. So I worked with them like 4 times, I think. I did one of my favorite was doing the Jersey City like women like who like own shops and like have their own business. So I thought that was very empowering, and it was my idea to kind of like showcase the Jersey City women that own shops, and like I think it's a great thing. And then I did I traveled all the way to San Francisco. They like flew me there to interview a guy because they have this whole Asian heritage thing going on now in their like division and stuff like that.
That's it.
So I like doing stuff like that too. And the other day actually some of my friends were like I'm in a group chat, and like they always like clown me like, oh Denny, you want to be famous, right? Like because they always like because I always say like, I'm gonna win an Emmy one day, I'm gonna have the show, like watch. But I'm not trying to do that just to be famous. Like hell no, I wouldn't want to be famous like that, like where you can't walk down the street anymore. I honestly think that I have this voice now, and it's been since day one that I've always had that voice of like promoting positivity and being yourself and all that other things that I always say. And I feel like that's my next platform to say that, and I feel like it's the right time to see someone like me who's a different race, who's like 5'7" with a dad bod, and like and like not afraid to like showcase his personality and inspire someone else to like be that. And it doesn't matter what race that kid is or a girl or whatever, and just see that this guy could do it, I could do it too. I just want to give like people an idea that everything's attainable.
Absolutely.
That you don't have to be tall, muscular, really good looking or anything anymore.
Yeah.
You just have to and the best shows on TV are real looking people, man.
Yep.
True.
So
True.
that's why all these I don't know. That's just thing.
It's our time, baby.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Awesome.
And it's when I say our everyone doesn't matter what race. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if you want to fucking if you have a dream and you want to make it happen, make it happen.
Absolutely.
And now is the time because
I agree.
everything's out there. Like who knew that you could just have a YouTube and then like become big from that, or like become big from Instagram, or like even Twitter, or like anything.
Yeah. It's true.
So everyone has a voice, like you said, and a lot of people, most people like choose the wrong way to do it, like to want to go viral, just like smacking people's like I don't know, whatever I want to do to go viral, but I want to do it the right way. And I think I'm progressing to there, and when I do get there, I'm gonna do it like preaching that, It's like this is for everyone.
Yeah.
Respect.
Except you, and then everyone's gonna wonder who you is.
One person.
It's like, who's that? Just to fuck with people's mind. It's like, who's you? Who's you?
We gotta find you.
And then I never ever tell anyone who you is. That's
you
very
gotta
funny.
tell someone.
No, but that's the thing. Yeah.
That's real noble, and I think that definitely shows through in the process, and that's definitely, yeah, man, that's real shit, bro. But that's why, like,
honestly, what you see from me in person is what you get, dude. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm just telling you how it is. I've met all you guys. It's my first time meeting Benny here. Like, but I met everyone, and I'm still friends with all you guys. We all connect.
I met you
I'm
through
not
Paulo.
Yeah. And Paulo's my dude. And
Shout
it's
out to
just like,
Paulo.
shout out to Paulo, right?
if you're just all just like fucking dope people, that's just like no ego, like ego aside and everything, you're all just friends, and you just want to like grow with each other.
Yep.
That's the key. And I think it's dope when you like, we all get to where we want to be, and then we look back like, yo, remember we were all just like talking about, now look where we are.
Hell yeah.
So, but what were you saying? Sorry.
No, I was just taking it all in, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting inspired over here, bro. I have to get another tear. So
I like that. That's dope.
I think that's really a lot of gems.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying quotes, man.
But
Future quotes.
yeah,
Just dropping the quote.
better than my.
I want to be on
balance it
Tumblr
out.
where it's my face and they just have that quote. You know what I'm saying? Like they always have the fake quotes.
Oh,
like it's a
yeah.
Martin Luther King quote. It's like Wiz Khalifa. And it's like,
What's Khalifa having a dream?
it's always a Khalifa photo or a Kid Cudi or J. Cole, but it's always like everyone else's like quotes. It's so funny. Like 407 years ago, it's like J. Cole. Like, it's so funny, but yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So just I want to recap kind of just the overall journey for our people and the followers.
I'm
who
kind of
like,
bummed
yo.
that this is almost over, man. This was fun.
We're gonna have to get more comments and get the questions
man,
going,
thank you
bring
for
you back.
coming,
You
man.
know,
Yeah.
go
Oh,
back
yeah,
to
man.
Lovelisa. Now she's a host. People just, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
The heart
Yeah.
wants what the heart wants. You know? Is that another cliche?
Yeah, I know.
Try to stack.
You gotta
us up.
shoot for the stars,
You
you
know
know?
what I mean? Have
Man.
the court all
If you
day,
let it
baby.
go, and if it
Right?
loves you, it'll come back.
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah.
Man.
Set it free.
It's a fortune cookie shit right here.
Shout out to the fortune cookie.
Yeah.
So people out here who are, you know, trying to get inspired by your mission, you know, like kind of looking at the overall journey from a macro perspective. You came into it really without a full strategy for
Yeah.
the end game where
To
you
this
are
day,
now.
I just wing everything.
The journey was everything. You winged
Well,
it.
I mean, like creativity, but like when it comes to business, I know what to do. Like even that, I had to learn a lot, just you know how to represent myself and stuff. Because, like I said, I'm too nice sometimes. That sometimes I don't know how much I give to get what to like you know whatever they're gonna give me back. Because I'm too nice. Like you know, because if you're an influencer, you get like contracts and shit, and like you get assigned like all these things that you have to do. But like sometimes you get paid for one photo. But like I'm a creative, so I take more than one photo.
Absolutely.
So then what am I gonna do with all these photos? So I just fucking put it out there for them, you know, just like you know, just like a gift
There's
or
art.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's not even a
Yeah.
gift, or just like because I think it's dope, and
I
I'm
just
gonna
think
put
it's
it out
dope.
there.
It's dope
Yeah.
content.
And it's kind of like for them, it's kind of like, and they kind of build that relationship that you just are legit. You're not gonna like just do one photo, and like. And then like have a fake ass caption that you like love the brand and shit like
Yeah.
that. I just want it to be legit on both sides. You know,
That's good.
That's dope. That's dope. Bars.
bars.
Just drop the bar.
Yes. Also, I do free. Everyone who's a friend or in Jersey City, and that I do everything free. I'm talking about fashion wise.
Hey, hey. Don't you put out the
Ah,
word free.
everything.
Free? Oh.
Let's
No,
just say
honestly, like, you know, especially if a brand's brand new, I ain't gonna fucking charge you, you know? Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, okay, this is my rate. Like, if you're new or for like a new photographer, like, we'll work. We'll figure something out and just be, you know, we'll build it.
I'm about to
something.
throw you all my
The inbox
clothes.
about to
Yeah.
Wow, you said free.
No, seriously, no.
Nah,
Dude, I just like, you know, if
I
those are my
respect
boys,
that.
that's my boy, I will do it, you know?
That's dope. Hey, like I respect the, you know, like the camaraderie between,
Yeah.
you know, everyone, especially in Jersey City. It
Dude.
seems like you guys are all just together.
I shop
wanting to work
in
with each
Jersey
other.
City, like, almost every week I try to go and just shop at all the shops just to support them.
That's fucking
You
dope,
know,
man. That's fucking
and it's
dope.
not no ego aside. Like I'm not trying to like kind of like just say that to be like, oh, I'm like, you know, and also like, you know, I know like a lot of Jersey people like you know we were talking about, they like love to rep Jersey City.
Heard.
And like if you're not born in Jersey City or like if you weren't living there 5 years, like you're not Jersey City. I'm
That's
like,
a New York thing too.
I'm like, yeah, it's like, you know, whatever your fucking
absolutely.
address on your card says, your driver's license, your state ID, that's where you're from. That's where you live.
Absolutely, man.
You can't be like, oh, originally I'm from the Philippines and I lived in Bayonne a little bit. I'm a resident of Jersey City, but I'm from Jersey. Like come on.
That's mad work.
I think it wasn't even up to you. It was up to your parents. So wherever you're from, it was up to your parents.
I think it's
Yeah,
just a
man.
thing, but like, you know, whatever.
Well, most important, you're here now and you're contributing to the overall scene. You're also
Yeah.
supporting local businesses. You're fucking giving out free
Exactly.
shoots, bro.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, man.
Yeah.
Just helping the community, man. Like,
I mean, because I like grinded and I like see
Heard
where
you.
everyone, you know, I legit like had that like happen to me, so I see where everyone's coming from, especially if you're starting out. So you know, so I'm just there to fully support. But if I think your shit's whack, and you know, I would tell you it's whack, and if I think you're doing it the wrong way, I would like, obviously feel some type of way, and you could tell if I feel some type of way towards a person,
Yeah.
I'd just be like,
But they should take that and be like, okay, like I'm gonna go work on my shit because you know your shit.
no, it's not
Yeah,
even that.
man,
Like,
so-
I would never say that to a random person. Like, if
Yeah.
it's like, you know, like it's like a friend, if it's my close friend, and you just want to like criticism and stuff like that, you like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Heard
so,
you.
you know,
Facts.
Dunzo?
is everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. Is that still rolling, the main one?
How long has it been on?
No more than like 30 seconds.
Okay. But
Yeah.
all right, so are we still going?
Oh shit, vape light.
Vape during a podcast?
I need it, bro.
Yeah.
Did you have any mentors at all?
Mentors?
Yeah.
Is this still going though? For like,
Oh, I don't.
it's still going? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, you have two cameras.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel right now.
Yeah. So that yeah, we might have some dead time on the video in case we'll have the technical
all good.
difficulties later on.
Got
Yeah.
the audio.
That's cool.
It's all good.
Again,
Yeah.
2019, man. I'm just
Yeah.
like, very hard.
It should just be
hard on
like
myself.
a frozen photo of us, and then just have the audio playing. Yeah. Oh, mentors. Yeah, I have a few. Warren from Another Man's Treasure, he's a good mentor of mine. Like, he is also like, I could always go to him because he would always have the right things to say. Because sometimes you have secret hater friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of you have like that friend that would be like, even all the great things are happening to you, they always be like, nah. Like, like, nah, you sure, dude? Like, I don't know about this. Like, they're just like always negative. But Warren, he owns Another Man's Treasure with his wife. I love Mika too. He always just gives me the best advice. And I have like a lot of good friends that I like. Paolo, like, it's just like people that you could just feel the vibe that they just like just support you no matter what.
Authentic,
and it's vice versa.
Yeah,
I support everyone back.
Right.
That's dope.
And that's just how it is. We're all grinding.
Yeah.
And we're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to put our shit out there
Yeah.
the right way. And
Yeah.
it's just going to happen.
And the thing I like about you, it's like you might have like the followers and and you might be doing your thing, but you're still genuine. You still like don't like look down on people and shit like that.
No,
You know
so
what I
that's
mean?
the thing. Like that's like the connotation with influencers. It's just like most
absolutely,
of them act
absolutely.
like
It's, yeah, absolutely.
It's
So,
almost kind of like spoiled brats type of shit. But not everyone is like that.
yeah. So thank you for doing the good deed.
Yeah.
But that's just who I am, though. It's not even just me trying to be nice or something like that. It's just like, I don't know. I was just, I guess, luckily raised that way to just feel, have that type of like feelings towards situations, I guess.
Humans.
I mean, I could be an asshole too. So
I'm sure.
Most of the time, because I'm sarcastic and like
Yeah.
shit like that. But when it comes to like real like support with people, I'm there for you.
That's dope.
So yeah.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except you guys. I hope this thing fails.
Yeah.
And it goes nowhere.
You guys owe me.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah, this
Nah.
is so dope, and it was just a great experience. This is my first podcast,
Oh, shit.
I've been asked a few times
Oh, wow.
to actually do a full podcast like this.
Oh,
and-
man.
right.
Honored.
Yeah.
no, I'm not even trying to say
No,
that. It's
I'm
just
just
that.
saying. I'm just saying I'm honored. That's
We're
all.
honored to grace your presence among
Appreciate
us.
you.
But after this, the whole vibe, and maybe because you guys are all friends, it just feels good.
That's
You
true.
know?
We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for
dude.
coming.
I wish I had
over
your
here.
voice. Yeah, perfect voice.
Smoke more blunts.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm just one of those. I'm so cheap. I like when someone's hot boxing, I just try to jump in. It's like, oh, let me get some free.
Just grab it with your hand.
Yeah.
I like
Try
to give back in Jersey City too, so I'm rolling up L's for anybody who wants to smoke with the
Oh
kid.
shit! Isn't it about? I heard it's about to be legalized there. Is it not? Yeah.
Soon come on, Murphy was good, bro.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, that's another thing. Like, I have all this money saved up. What do I want to invest in? So we'll see.
Yeah.
But that sounds like a good
Cash
investment.
crop, baby.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
Dispensary,
yeah.
But
2020.
hopefully we'll see some changes. There's been a lot of talk. August, some things are supposed to be passed for recreational. Right now we have like medicinal ones that
Like
are.
that's the only news we watch. Like we don't know anything else.
Yeah, I don't know anything about anything.
Wait, what else is going on? What? Who's Trump? But
It's
like,
like,
oh wait.
Is
Who's
we
running?
legal
Who's
yet?
running for mayor? What are your beliefs on marijuana?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, this.
Who got my vote?
We
I
become
wasn't
really.
even gonna vote, but
We
we gonna
become
stop by.
super professional and shit. Like, you ever seen Old School? You guys seen Old School?
Hell yeah.
Remember Will Ferrell's scene when he just like becomes smart for a second and he blacks out? Oh, what happened? It blacked out. Yeah.
That was
So
hilarious.
it's funny.
Do you have any plans on traveling? Or are you gonna
Traveling?
keep it local and Jersey City, New York?
Oh, I always get asked about that. I travel from time to time. I have 2 cats. I'm like I'm a dad with the cats.
You guys have
I'm
2
away
kids.
for like 2 days. So I'm like, I just miss my cats all the time. But I don't know. I'm very a homebody, I guess, and that just happened like recently, like 2-3 years ago. But before then, I love to I'm sure it happens to all of us. You love to go out and all that stuff, but it's just like it kind of catches up on you. It's like, why do
Absolutely.
I have to keep going out all the time?
You sound like a
Especially
very
if
local dude.
yeah, but I do like there are a lot of places I want to visit and stuff like that, and I feel like right now it's not the time because I want to focus on different things,
Yeah.
and eventually I could travel and go to
True.
other places if I really
Word.
if I have more time really.
I'm sure these
You know.
brands will hit you up too and be like, "Hey, we'll fly
No,
you out."
yeah, I do. I have it happened often.
Oh, like
Uh-huh.
the Uber one.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
But-
But and many times before that, and like hotels. But I don't really say yes to that because, like I said, that's not kind of like what I do.
Right.
Like I want to focus more on menswear. And when you start doing like a bunch of hotels, I'm not a travel blogger. So
Oh
I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah.
So
Did Uber send you an Uber?
yeah, I
Yeah.
Ubered over from Jersey. Took a while. Yeah.
Liverpool to Cali.
Uber pool.
Yeah.
They said you
Mad
Uber pool.
stops.
No, but there was a time where I think back 4 years ago I started this thing called Denny Visits hashtag. So I was gonna try to visit all 50 states.
Oh,
I
damn,
did
that-
what? I
that's
did
awesome.
15,
Uh-huh.
but it's hard, especially because it was all
What, like driving?
driving, flying, or whatever. I would collect the thing, like the magnets and shit like that where I've been, But it was hard in terms of I've like also busy around this area, like in New York, whatever, like with all the
That'd be a
things I have to
dope
do.
goal. Yeah.
Yeah, and I could eventually do that in the future, but right now I'm just like super fortunate. I'm super busy.
Yeah.
Busy enough, like I'm overwhelmed every day. Where like you ever feel overwhelmed? You don't know how to start.
Yeah.
But then once you finally do,
Yep.
you just like you take a breather and like, oh, okay, I got this.
Right.
So I'm in that moment every day. But like I'm like lucky to be in that moment, and I'm happy to be in that moment. I'd rather have that moment than have nothing. So it's good.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah, I'm just dropping fucking like gems right now.
So many.
Gems, man.
So many gems.
I think
There's a
one-
podcast for obviously podcasts. It's just you guys have the video and then the audio.
Yeah.
Because I want to be listening to my voice later.
I just want to
The
sit down and listen to me.
audio's on iTunes, and then
Yeah.
the video goes on YouTube, and everything's on dreambutdon'tsleep.com
Yo,
/podcast.
this is so sick, dude.
Yeah, man.
And that's just the perfect name, dude. Dream but no sleep, man.
No snoozing.
No
The
snoozing.
podcast.
Yeah.
in the podcast.
Don't
If
sleep.
you see someone sleeping,
Wake 'em
dream.
up.
Yeah. Nah, just the vibe is good.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
bro.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
man.
buddy.
Yeah.
So what you trying to do? You trying to rap and rap? Or what are
yeah.
you trying to do?
Yo, man.
Facilitator.
Did
None greater.
Did I answer all the questions? I could talk all day. I was telling Lovelisa over here. She wants to be called the full name. That I could talk for days, especially if it's something about we're all passionate about.
Absolutely.
Oh, would you do Runway?
Runway? No, but like,
I'm sure you've gotten offers.
yeah, but like, no. I only did one, and it was back in when I was starting out. Because Tumblr is this OLM, Our Lady Mercy, I think,
Yeah.
and like whatever. It's like a little fashion show for the high schoolers. Because the high school kids were like, "Oh my God, we all love you. Could you do like walk?" And obviously, I didn't want to be an asshole. I'd be like, "Yeah, obviously."
Aw.
And I did
For the
it. That's
kids.
all the time. But like, I don't feel like I'm that type of person to do the runway thing. Some people would think they are, but like me, I personally don't think I'm like would walk down the runway just because I don't belong in that world, I guess.
Yeah.
So you're just fixated on the whole blogging.
Yeah, I'm just fixated with like just putting my shit out there.
And doing it on your own for the most part.
Yeah, and I have a
Yeah.
lot of friends that help me out too, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
That's awesome.
it's
Cool. Dope. We're still rocking, right?
yeah,
On the audio too.
This ain't gonna happen next week. No,
it's just gonna be like
Triple check.
the whole video, no audio.
The heat of the deck. Checking if everything's
Right?
good.
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
good episode. Is this want to be
This is awesome.
No,
There's
this
a lot
is
of
a great
A
Yeah.
lot of gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked it up for everybody, so like nobody could fuck it up worse than I did. So we good.
fucked what up.
Yeah, fuck no,
What did you fuck up?
Nah, we'll cut it out. Nobody's gonna see it.
I thought he was done.
no, yeah, just distractions. But I'm out here listening. But I think, yeah, you just dropped a lot of gems. I'm trying hard to like kind of wrap it up and run through it, but you gave a lot of insight. But I think the core of it really is like, yo, stay true to yourself. You know what I mean? If
I
you
mean,
think
it's
that-
an old saying,
Yeah.
dude.
But it's tried and true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the cheesy shit is cheesy for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's the truth.
We were talking about that. Like
It's
when you
like-
watch like romantic movies and they just say the cheesiest, it's like those are the real feelings you would feel in real life.
yeah,
It's like
like-
you give me butterflies. Well, yeah, that's what you say.
I'm nervous, motherfucker. Like,
yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
sometimes
Like,
you don't
yeah.
want to be like super pretentious and say things that like just to sound like smart and cool. It's like, hey man, like yo, the world is just like when I'm like no, just say I love you.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like that's the real shit, you know? What I
Yeah.
mean? So if you really want the advice, just listen to all the cheesy shit and follow it.
I mean, they were around. There's a reason why those cheesy shit are there.
Exactly.
'Cause,
Yeah. Smart people are telling you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Just listen. So. But yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just don't be afraid to change the game. Is what I'm saying. you know?
Absolutely.
Honestly, it's the truth.
Absolutely.
Because people are stuck. Because people are stuck. People want to stay in this thing where everything is just like kind of like level and like I'm gonna keep doing this because it keeps me getting paid. But like if you want to change the game, do it. Like,
Elevate.
elevate.
chance.
Someone has to do it.
Yeah, and it's not supposed to be easy.
No,
And it's not supposed to be
you have
clearly
to
cut
make
out.
sacrifices and stuff.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know.
Fuck yeah. So I think now's a good time maybe to plug in a little bit more of what you got coming up. Maybe if you want to maybe intro some of the things we discussed.
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess we have to do okay. Well, Jay and I contacted Jay because, you know, this is when I was talking about, like, sometimes when you have the idea but you don't have the finances, like, but you do have the equipment and you do have, like, the people to make it happen. And I contacted him, like, let's just make this happen because I did this YouTube thing back in 2012 where I did my whole Look Rich Chop Sheep as a YouTube video where I would go into, like, places and, like, do that whole thing and, like, come up with an idea and, like, you know. But now I want to elevate it and I want to work with Jay, contact him, and he's, like, the first guy I thought of to, like, kind of make it into that, but not just that, but, like, something different where, like, it's not just fashion heavy, like, it's also, like, you know, influence and, like, advice heavy, but, like, in a fun way. Yeah. Like, it's almost like it's a comedy skit show but mixed with everything.
Oh, that's dope.
But it's a surprise. Yeah, that's exactly what you said, but, like, in a positive way, where it's like I'm poking fun of myself, but I'm also giving advice to you, you know?
That sounds like an awesome idea. Right?
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, it's just, like, it's different and it's fun and it's, like, I don't know.
It's a good transition from this podcast to hearing your voice and your story, and then seeing these videos, because a lot of times people don't get to hear you. Like, they see a lot of your work, but they don't hear your voice.
Yeah, that's why I story a lot on Instagram.
Yeah,
I do more stories because I want, you know, people like this, like, be like see the real you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. And we'll see where that goes, and we fucking just make it happen and pitch it.
Awesome.
I'm so excited for that.
It'll be the first show on every channel because everyone's gonna be wanting it.
You know what I mean? Vibrate that.
It'll be on
energy out to the
Netflix.
universe.
It'll be on NBC. It'll even be on NBA TV. It doesn't make sense, but people are gonna be like, "No, we want it."
Not a basketball insight.
No, it'll be all.
It's like, whoa, this is different, bro.
So
weird
good.
Ass shit.
Yeah, it'll be played on movie theaters every week. It's next level.
It's gonna be for every movie and building the trailer.
Nah, I just want to put my personality, and like I said, when you have the vision in your head, you want to make it happen. I want to do that, and I feel like it's time. And I feel like, as, like, you know, with Jay and stuff, and, like, we work on it, like, we become this team, and we, like, all of us are gonna win. You know, if it doesn't work out, what's the worst thing you can be? It just didn't work out. But if it does work out, then you're all gonna win, and it leads to everything.
That's true.
And most of the people that are, like, in, like, groups like that are all successful because they all start as a group and then they all start doing everyone separate ways, but they all still remain as a crew, you know? And that's what I think crew is. You know, you just always have each other's back no matter what.
Absolutely. Support system.
Yeah, big facts. That's a large part why this
just
podcast
stop with
exists.
the fakeness, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, you don't know people's intention, Poon, you know? Like, people like, you know, people just, like, want to be asking all these questions so you could tell the intention and stuff like that. It's like, oh, so how many microphones do you have in your podcast? Like, shit like that. So how do you put it on iTunes? Like, you know, like, obviously you're gonna start, you know, but just be real. If you want to, like, ask for advice, just ask for advice. Absolutely. You don't have to, like, kind of fake it, you know?
Yeah.
And on that point too, there's a lot of, like, I don't know, you usually get on a different tangent though.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like
Keep it
sometimes
positive. Keep it positive.
when people ask you questions, it's like, yo, like, I don't know, something stupid. It's like, yo, what kind of
They do start with yo, though.
yo.
Hey, man, yo.
I think a good example to, like, for something else. I don't know specifically how it would happen for you. I mean, I have an idea, but, like, say if it's like, oh, yo, love, where's the party at tonight? Or they send you, like, the flyer. It's like they, like, message you the flyer and ask you where the party's at. But, like, yo, if you read the flyer,
Then
it says it right. It says it right there, fam. Like, do you really care?
That happens very commonly. More than often.
Poon loves it, I heard.
Oh, I love it when people ask
they
me.
do like a little transition just so they can start the convo and then, like, really say what they want to say.
Oh, right.
Or they just don't read and they're just like rather go like the I don't know what it is.
Or they just want to slide in on some free shit. Yo, Lisa Love. Yo, what's good with the party tonight?
Right.
Nigga, you just trying to get in. You just want to slide in.
You just want to get on the guest list.
You don't want to be on no lines. Okay.
So what time you gonna be there? What time you pulling up?
So what's the code outside so I can get in for free?
Real smooth.
It's gonna eventually lead to that. So yeah, how's your day? Yeah, okay, cool.
They should just cut to the bullshit and be like, I'm be real with you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
man.
just, you know, like, if I want to work with someone, I'm not gonna try to butter up like, yo, let's work. If they say no, then it's no.
Yeah.
Facts.
I say if they're more professional, instead of a DM, if they emailed me.
Oh yeah, of course. Email is more
100%,
professional. Yeah.
If they ask,
the email is the same thing.
It's
Yo,
the
what's up?
same-
Yo.
DM.
You put yo in the subject?
that should be,
Yo, what's
it'd be
up
like
is the
that.
subject, and the main is yo, what's up.
And a happy face emoji
Yeah,
too
they
in
pasted
the
the same
email.
shit.
It's
I'm,
not-
s- I'm spamming that shit.
It's the same thing.
Yo.
Fuck.
So I went off
Yeah.
a tangent on that, but
Nah,
so,
nah,
all
nah,
good,
nah,
man.
nah. That's
So
real.
Did someone just did that to you today, right?
Nah,
Someone texted you the flyer.
it happens, man. Sometimes I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
sometimes it's like, yo, like I don't know, it's just a given. But also, it's also you're asking me shit you could Google
Yeah.
that, fam.
Yeah, I
So
know.
how much I'm always glad to help, and people who message me and like they know I'm always responsive, whatever it is.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Even if it's on the small things. But that was just on a tangent. It came
No,
to
yeah.
mind when you mentioned.
You got any events coming up?
Events coming
Like
up.
that you curate or you attend or something coming up?
There's always this the cool thing about being a influencer blogger or whatever. It's just that your
Oh,
life,
yeah.
your life is
like every day.
it's just everything every day. It's something new because you never know what's gonna pop up. Like you don't know what event is gonna be
Yeah.
in your like email box, like all these
Yeah.
things. So it's like I don't know, but like what I'm focused on is that thing.
Yeah.
And I'm also writing a TV series that I
Oh,
want to
word.
eventually pitch to, and
Okay.
and just like the things that I have contracts for, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yearly and stuff like that. That's I'm focused on that, and like
Dope.
yeah,
Awesome.
and like I said, like I just create something every day, even if I have nothing to do, because that's
Mm.
the reason why I got that office. Because being like working for myself, I don't really have a 9 to 5 time, So sometimes I'd wake up late or like super early, and then like when you try to work at home, you get distracted easily because you're at home. The TV's there. I have cats.
Yeah.
Pornhub, like stuff like that. You get distracted easily, like
That Pornhub.
and then like now, that's why I wanted to get that office/studio, because now you're paying for something that you have to
Oh,
be there
yeah.
all the time. So
Yeah,
now that
right,
you're there all the time, you have time to create because it's there for you now.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate enough to have like a partner, it's Greg Palante, who has all the camera equipment, and then and I'm there, and we do everything evenly and like, just help each other out.
That's
you know.
dope.
So I
Collaboration.
just
man.
Oh yeah.
That's
just
And you
dope.
just
invested
find
in
a way to. Oh, that's another good advice. It's like if you're gonna go for that and like try to make this your full time, always find a way to make yourself busy, because
Absolutely.
then you're gonna get in the routine of just being lazy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Which I should give myself as an advice sometimes more. But that's the reason why I did that studio thing. It's just I wanted to just follow through and just fucking this year just make it happen.
Absolutely.
It's good to invest in yourself too,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yep.
it's like
Yes.
put your money where your mouth is.
Sure.
Right?
And
So,
and you learn that you kind of like to get to somewhere that you really want to be, you have to invest time and like like money or whatever, but you also have to like just kind of like go hard and just like do it, because nothing just happens. So sometimes it does. Some people get lucky. Sometimes it just happens. You do a really good dance and it goes viral. It just happens.
Yeah.
But that's not how it is for everyone,
Yeah, gotta get
So-
the
You
ball
gotta actually
rolling.
put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
gotta go big or go home, right?
Yeah. But sometimes, no, but sometimes it is. It's harder for someone who goes viral,
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
then, like, you get big, and then, like, fuck,
Then
you
what?
got known as a dancing guy, and then what now?
It's
Oh,
a one
man.
hit wonder right
And if
there.
you-
And if
ever-
you hate to dance,
Yeah.
that's gonna suck. It's
And
like,
if
I need-
ever you want to be something else, like, if you want to be, like, a serious actor, but, like, oh, you're that fucking guy that dances.
Yeah,
like, it's kind of,
absolutely.
like, hard, So
Sticks.
It's true. It's true.
just, like, kind of, like, stay away from being viral is what I'm saying.
That's facts. That's facts.
Don't make any viral videos.
Yeah.
don't make it, man. So
Yeah.
all right. So rainbow hair. Yeah, all right, cool.
I mean, you see where that led, so, like,
yeah, and it's a hard thing. I think it perpetuates, like, when you're not being authentic to yourself, then it perpetuates. Now you put yourself into this place where
because
it's
you
like,
have to fake it now for everyone.
forced to do
yeah.
it. You're-
Because now everyone thinks that that's who you are as a person. So now you have to fake it all the
Gotta
time.
keep
And
it
you
going.
you become unhappy and like this is not me. And you look yourself in a puddle and your reflection. You're like, who am I? Like
This ain't
Damn.
even me. Why is my hair blue?
this is not me.
It's true.
I'm just a Filipino boy that eats rice every day. Like what am I? Like So yeah.
that's dope, man.
man.
So
Awesome.
thanks again, man, for coming
Nah,
through.
dude, this was
Yeah.
fun.
This is good, man.
So we
I hope he got everything, because otherwise it's just between the 5 of us.
He said this
Oh,
wasn't
and Matt.
recorded.
I was yeah. But yeah, so
It's cool. We'll transcribe it. We'll put it on.
yeah, I want a book that's braille because I want people to just kind of like feel our fucking voices. You know what I'm saying? Next level.
That is
Different.
very
Feel it.
next level.
So
right
like they're
there.
like, whoa, these are fucking passionate as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
2019. Let's make it happen.
2019.
Yeah, it'll be good.
So I just want to go around real quick before we conclude.
Wait, how long?
Volume.
How long could you put on IGTV? How long? Like an hour or 2 hours?
I think hour is the limit currently, but I've been told that.
Yeah.
I've yet to see those lengths.
But YouTube is just like forever. Oh, yeah, I guess. I've seen shit on YouTube that's 19 hours long.
Yeah.
19 hours.
Yeah.
What are you watching?
24
No,
hours.
no, just like when
Porn.
someone has like
Porn?
19 hours of porn. You watch
Soft
like a
porn on
like a
YouTube?
minute. No, it's like 19 hours is just the intro, and then the 5 minutes is the actual porn. You see their whole life happen. No, like music and stuff like that. When you like a compilation of like just like soothing music that you just want to leave on.
All on one video?
Yeah, dude. It's,
We used to use that for like triage to test computers back
19
when we
hours.
used to
It's
work
like
on
you're in
computers,
charge.
So it's like, let's see if
19
it
hours.
crashes.
Wait till it loads. The whole thing.
My God.
Yeah. No, but remember back in the day when you have to download songs like on like Kazaa or like.
Or you let that rock.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
like,
like
yo, I'm gonna go
LimeWire.
to school. Just like come back. It's like
Oh, yeah.
2 hours left.
Napster.
It's like yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I fucking I tripped over the fucking like internet. Sorry.
Disconnected it.
They don't remember about those days, man. Dial up.
Yeah, dude.
Man,
It's
stuff we
crazy.
had to do to download
We all had,
music.
like,
You want to know why I'm mad?
Oh well, before we wrap up, what was everyone's screen names back in the day?
Oh, man.
Mine was Lovelisa 727.
Lovely.
Lovely.
L-A-B-L-Y 727.
I was a Decipher 6 DX.
Oh,
Oh shit! Why?
Damn.
Degeneration
Oh,
X.
okay,
And also,
got
I wanted to be a rapper at the time too. It was like,
Oh, man.
so what's it cool? Like Decipher, and I was like, it just rolled. So Decipher 6 DX, and I just started originally. It was like my last name, and I was like, all right. And then it kind of like, and I literally like the Generation X.
Yeah.
Six,
Speaking of that, I
Six
mean,
Pac, 1, 2, 3.
I'm a big wrestling fan, and a lot of my looks are inspired by wrestling.
Word.
Not Hulk Hogan.
Hulk
though.
Especially
Hogan?
not Hulk Hogan.
Not-
But like the 90s, like Attitude Era, the way they dressed then, fire. It's like
Yeah.
basically what the trend is now.
Zubaz and like.
Very strong.
No, that's like
Michael-esque.
more like 80s. I'm talking about like light wash denim and leather jackets, like even Stone Cold's like short shorts denim and like the combat boots.
Yep.
Like come on, like that's like the trend now. But what was your screen name? Like I'm a host now. I'm taking over.
Taking over. Dude.
I think it was a
Danny,
Kid
take
Kid
over.
Teal 01 because I had a teal anorak from Old Navy. Remember? It wasn't a big thing on the East Coast, but on the West Coast, we all wore anoraks. Like bright color anoraks. I don't know. Kind of around like Mo Money, Mo Problems that around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Like
Mo
colorful.
Money, Mo
Yeah. Like Cybertech and all that.
How old are you?
Old, man.
Nah, I'll fuck with you, dude.
Back in the day.
Mine was Harlem Cartier.
Oh.
Because I was a big fan of Dipset, so Harlem was like a big ass thing, and Cartier because I just wanted some Cartier glasses then. But I could never afford it, so.
Sick.
Till now.
Till now.
Look
Till
at
now.
you.
Look at you now.
Damn.
Look at me now. But yeah, but-
Mine was always Denny 623.
Really? Deadass.
623 is my birthday. People always ask me what it is. Is that your favorite number? Yeah, 623. It's my favorite number. I decided that, I was like going to go like 1 to 1,000. It chose a number at 623. No, it's my birthday. I'm a Cancer, and Cancers are the best.
Yeah.
Heard you.
I'm a Cancer too. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, see, yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
There
you
you go.
are.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
We're very emotional, so we could spit it, like make fun of everyone, but when someone makes fun of us, we're like, no. Sensitive.
Like I think every horoscope, like, oh, my sign's sensitive. I'm just like, are you all just sensitive?
I know.
Are you guys just making this up as you go?
No, but you ever
No,
you ever take the path and then you read the thing and then you're just like, oh shit, like you get hyped up, but it's
yeah.
just like people just saying
That's
random
me,
shit.
generic shit.
You will walk outside today and say, oh fuck, I did. Oh wow, it's my day today.
You're on a train. You're very sad today. No shit. I'm on a train.
It's like, wait, I'm happy. Am I supposed to be sad? It's like you're kind of confused, but
Start second guessing. It's
I
like, oh,
respect
maybe
people
should-
that love astrology and all those signs though. That's like it's kind of dope. It's almost like kind of like the new trend now. It's almost like everyone wants to know everyone's signs.
Yeah,
know,
that's
yeah,
like
what's
an
your
old
sign?
school.
What's your
That's
sign?
an old school thing.
I hate
too.
people.
No,
like,
I know, I know, but
jumping
it's just
out.
like the younger kids. It's just all about like, but So I don't know.
Trends.
Maybe it's not even like I don't know.
Is it-
Maybe it's just all in my head. Just one person who asked me, and I think it's everyone.
No. I mean, like people definitely like, oh, oh, like, because you're a Pisces. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Who's that? Who are the people that be nodding their head like that?
Girls. If a dude asks me about my sign, I'll be like, what?
This white dude was like,
Oh, you're a Pisces. You guys are spicy.
That's true. A dude never asked another dude, what's
Yeah,
your
I know.
sign, right?
especially not like a
That'd be
white
weird.
suburban dad.
Oh, you're a Cancer? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cancer.
That's why.
Yeah, they never tell you. I get it now. It's
I
almost
get
like they're
it.
like, I don't know, like that they study it all day. It's like, oh, you're a Virgo. I see it.
Yeah.
And then they walk away. They're like, what? What does that even mean?
Right? What does it mean?
Yeah.
That's
So yeah,
hilarious.
it's fun. I love laughing with you guys.
Yo,
Yeah,
lots of
man.
laughs this episode.
A lot
Right?
of hearty hearts. I love it.
A lot of heh heh heh.
What?
We're gonna use that as a highlight. Just straight giggles, different types of laughs.
Yeah. My laugh sounds like you could read my laugh. It says ha ha ha. It's like that. It's just like ha ha ha. Like that's my laugh.
I saw you like typing it in my head.
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha.
Yo, back to the wrap up. Lovely, what you got coming up this next week?
So tonight I'm DJing at Porta. Hey.
Have you ever had their pizza?
It's so delicious.
Okay, good.
Do you like it?
I love their pizza. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
I thought you were gonna be like, nah.
I love every restaurant in Jersey City, and my favorite was Cravery, and it just closed down, and I'm so
What did you say?
sad.
Yeah, Cravery.
Yes. But
I
go
don't
ahead.
even
I'm
have
sorry
that
for
one,
interrupting you. Go ahead.
That's cool.
R.I.P.
DJing at Porta with my homie Jed.
Yeah.
It's the
Jed Christian.
Jed Christian.
Jed was actually, he's like when I did my Denny shirts on back in Tumblr back in 2012. Jed was
shot
one of the
you?
kids. No, he was one of the kids that was
No
modeling
way.
it. Long haired Jed.
Oh, word.
You could ask him about it.
Hey,
And-
Jenny Pression is his name?
Yeah, and
Does he
Jed
have nice hair?
and Jed
Yeah.
and I would shoot.
Shout out to Jed.
Yeah. When
Hell
Jed
yeah.
started photography, I would shoot with him.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
it's like
Yo, Jed has mad skills. Like, I would always ride for that kid. Now he's DJing for us
Yeah.
for our Chilltown parties.
Oh, that's
He's working for Goat, so it's like
Oh,
the
wow.
unofficial holiday party.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Definitely not going. No, shout out to
There's mad
Goat.
sneakerheads in the house. Yeah, doing that with
how much Filipinos tonight though?
Yeah.
Filipino heavy.
Remember Filipinos are heavy on the Sperry topsiders, even if it's winter.
Yeah. the Tito boy.
Okay, go ahead. I just keep interrupting you.
That's cool. And the homie DJ Obvious and Boston Cherry, they're gonna be giving the bashment reggae vibes in the basement.
Dang.
So
Dope.
doing that. I'm gonna be in Brooklyn tomorrow, DJing at Clyde's. It's a Trinidadian spot
Hey.
in Williamsburg. And yeah, just DJing, getting through the week, and trying to tie up loose ends to plan for the year.
Nice.
Yeah.
dope.
What about you guys?
Me, I'm working on my event with at Brooklyn Museum, Family Day, with Cause and Dao Yi from public school. Besides that, just more cupcakes, cookies, and violence.
Yeah,
You know?
man.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what I'm doing. Bow.
Cake gang.
Just DJing this weekend as usual, working on some stuff and more food videos. Got a new video coming up for the Nugget spot, so you guys will see the next
Yeah.
Nugget video coming soon. But that's pretty much it. Oh, and Poon Booth, my new photo booth company.
Yeah.
We can finally talk
Oh,
about that.
I need to know more about that. That's interesting.
I know.
Poon Booth.
I created a photo booth company, but it's still there's some kinks. So we're working on the logo and everything. But yeah, I got all the equipment ready to go, and yeah, Poon Booth.
Awesome.
Congrats,
Is
man.
that gonna be for nightlife events or
It could be for anything,
weddings?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
For
Church,
nightlife,
church events.
Yeah,
only.
hey, it could be for
Yeah.
anything.
YFC.
Hey.
BLT.
Imagine a photo booth of funerals.
Oh my god.
Open casket.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That could be another thing you start, dude. I'm telling you. Be like,
All
you
right,
know,
I won't accept everything, but
Bro, don't be afraid to
No,
change the
no.
game,
No,
bro.
I'm not
you'll
ready.
be
I'm
so
not
you're
ready
gonna be
yet.
so mad if someone does that. You'll be like,
Yo.
fuck, that could have been me.
That could be your lane, man.
Yeah.
I know. My first client is Hulk Hogan. And down the drain it goes.
Yo. That's
That's
dope.
dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
word.
another week.
Yeah, another
Episode
week.
6.
Yeah.
Episode-
This is weekly,
This is
right?
what? This is 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Six.
episode
Six.
6.
So we can put it on Spotify now.
Huh?
Oh yeah, so
Right?
you got the plug.
Dun, dun,
No,
dun.
after 6 you can put it on Spotify. I think.
Oh shit, that's
It's
dope.
game over now.
All right. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, so I mean, as far as me, Dream But Don't Sleep, the next week, just want to shout out Petey and Craze. We're gonna be doing a music video with Petey and Craze. Shout out to Mark Salud. He's gonna be doing choreography for all the dances in the video.
Dope.
We're gonna be meeting up with them for a little rehearsal on Sunday.
You guys got to bring back Dancing in the Rain, man.
Woo! With
Like you just put your,
splash
you
through the
splash your
puddle.
feet and shit like that.
Pre-usher.
Yeah.
From Usher.
Yeah.
Bring that back. You know, to be honest, we might actually be hosing down the floor on the
Hey,
location
you
as
have
warehouse.
to.
We get that little mirror vibe.
You have to.
So new things, but yeah, the boys been working on a lot of fire. Check them out. Check out PD and Craze. They got the new EP Andre with the merch. If you need them Andre shirts. Shout out to the homies that printed it. They might be affiliated with Drop. In case you need them shirts. Yeah, shout out to Rich One All Star Print Lab. Yeah. And also, what else we got going on? We're going to be chopping up these interviews. Look out for future mogul moments. We're going to be doing an interview with DJ Clue, Scram Jones. That's going to be dropping soon. This podcast is going to be
DJ
dropping.
Clue, son. Does he still rock the fitted backwards? I haven't seen him in a while.
Facts. I'm trying to think. He did wear a fit. I'm trying to think if it was backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. It was backwards.
He was the man.
He's
He
still
still
wearing,
is.
he's
Still
still
the man.
fitteds?
Yeah.
Dude, fitteds are gonna come back.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's
I really
hard
hope
to
so.
sell fitteds because it's like,
It is.
you know, with snapbacks, it's every size.
It's very
Right.
specific. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then keep on lookout. You can follow us. Dream But Don't Sleep for the rest. Whatever else I forgot. But yeah, behind the scenes gang. A lot of editing, music video. That's the focus. Interviews. We out here.
Hey.
For sure.
Oh, where
Wow.
can people follow you?
Oh, people can follow me on Instagram, Denny623. My website, DennyBalmaceda.com. That's the only thing. That's it. And you can follow me in the streets too if you want. I live in Jersey City.
Out here.
Like Benny said, just
Yeah, dude.
creep.
Like literally follow you.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Nah, it's cool. And thanks for having me, though.
Thank you.
No,
man.
thank
This
you
is
for
fun.
being on this, man.
Sure.
A lot
Thank
of
you,
gems.
Denny.
And it's fun to talk about what you love and just to drop like real shit like that. It's just
Facts.
people need to
Good
know.
stuff.
Facts, man. One more time for Danny.
One more time.
I'm clapping for myself.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
One more time for the sponsors. Shout out to Listening
Say
Party,
what?
Family FM, Canal Street Radio, Canal Street Market. Thank you for having us. And yeah, we'll see y'all next episode.
Yes.
Deuces.
Later.
Bye.